Testing 1, 2, 3, guys. Testing 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna load up on Mirror Smidge actually. There we go. Testing 1, 2, 3, guys. Yo, what's up? Welcome back to Vencabot. This is a Dragon Warrior 3 action. My name is David. Whoa! We're gonna be doing a lot of grinding tonight. Should be pretty easy though that way, right? Kind of laid back. I was telling my friend Preston here that I had a pretty busy day. I'm pretty exhausted. I'm really got no energy left, but it's gonna be a really relaxing, grinding Dragon Warrior stream. We're gonna beat the game tonight, I think. But first, we have to actually level up quite a bit. That being said, Ginseng, he's level... Oh, he's a level 1 soldier. Oh, okay, so that's where we left off. He needs to get leveled up here. Preston says here, you know, the arcade tournament where you guys play Street Fighter, Third Strike? We talked, I asked if there was one in Portland, Oregon, and you said no. Yeah, Preston, there's a lot of arcades. Basically, you know, there's, many arcades across the U.S. that are all bringing 3S tournaments. That answers your question. Yeah, there's always 3S tournaments, like every single week. I'll put a link in the chat for you. You can follow on Twitter and just be notified of them. Here we go. Let's see here. Oh, okay. Twitter.com/theJazzyCircuit.org. Oh, excuse me, the Jazzy Circuit, excuse me, like that. You can also visit this page here as well. If you visit JazzyCircuit.org, you can see all the tournaments happening. And there's a lot of them. There's at least 4 this week. Okay, so we gotta level up Ginseng. So where am I, for one thing? What's up, Aretha? Hey, Aretha Frankenstein. How you doing? I'm having a kick-ass day, Aretha. I got a bunch of exercise. You know, I'm exhausted. I did a lot of fucking errands. And, I just had a delicious meal, and there's something about, you know, having that physical exhaustion, Aretha, combined with having a really good meal, that makes it feel like you love life for a hot second, you know what I'm saying? Alright, let's see. So, what do we have for equipment? Is Ginseng already all pimped out? He has a Dragon Killer. Okay. Armature Firma, great. Shield of Strength, perfect. And Iron Mask, he's got everything he wants. Okay, so we're waiting on 4 TL to reach level 40 now. Okay, so I guess what I have to do is I have to use Brian's Return to return to Rimmildar, correct? And then I can use Repel and walk to the final dungeon. It's kind of a long way away. Do-do-do. Look at a little fucking Ginseng has a hammer now. Interesting. What's up, 4TL? Look at Ginseng's little hammer he's got. He's got a little bonk stick. I gotta use Step Guard. 4TL can do that because she has the most magic now. It's gonna be a grinding stream, 4TL. I'm not sure if you had the chance to look at the VOD for the last stream. We reached the final boss. And I fought him a few times. Pretty tough. So what I'm gonna do today is basically level us all up as soldiers. I'm sorry, I didn't want to do that. Level us all up as soldiers. Athmilk's already a pretty strong soldier. What's up, the Kettengrad? Oh, the Kettengrad. Row, 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 row. Fucking ass milk, aka Asmic Studios. Okay, what I'm gonna do here? We're gonna just fight these guys. We don't use any magic. Brian, you fight for sure. Assmilk, you fight for sure. Ginseng, you might want to cast magic because you're pretty low level. These guys breathe blizzard breath, right? They remember the fire attacks? I'm actually not sure. Fire Volt. And, Snowstorm. Oh, they're pretty low HP. Okay, so they're not totally vulnerable to Firebolt. I wonder why Assmilk takes more damage than Ginseng does. It seems like Assmilk just takes a ton of damage. I caught the VOD, says 4TL. I was so shocked you didn't end up beating it. It was like 6-hour stream. Yeah, I considered beating it. I considered just trying to grind it out, but I kind of wanted to, you know, it was pretty late by that point. I decided to instead just come back today and do some more grinding. I think it'll be pretty easy to beat. I don't think it's gonna be that hard. I think we were very close to beating it last time. Oh no, in a Yuri tank. Honk if you love Yuri. Okay, this is gonna be a ton of level ups for Ginseng here. While I eat this delicious carrot. Oh my god. Oh my god. The true Aretha? I'm glad to hear that. Are you on Mastodon yet? Clean on me. I've been on Fediverse shit for about 2 years now. And I'm loving it. It gets better every single day, literally. I'll talk about momentum. You know, the momentum is going crazy for Fediverse right now. The first year was kind of tough. But, you know, lately it's been a lot of activities. My feed is looking amazing on Mastodon. PeerTube is really insane. I got my PeerTube subscriptions going up. So I can watch more PeerTube and less YouTube. Life is good right now. We're gonna host Aretha. Any ideas? We really are. Isn't that funny, Aretha? Tech companies are just throwing away any image of moral standards. That's part of why the Fediverse is so damn cool. Because you can literally host your own instance and not have to worry about any of that shit. What are you eating? I had chili dogs tonight, and they were great. 4TL, you know what? Let me talk a bit about what I'm eating. I've been thinking about what I'm eating, to be honest. I've been thinking about it. I want to discuss it very briefly, if you guys don't mind. Alright, 4TL leveled up. Holy shit. She might be done leveling up her spells. Let's see here. Info, 4TL. No, she has one left. Okay. Here's what I'm eating, 4TL. I'm eating a carrot. Here's the thing, though, guys. I got a note on my door yesterday. Kettengrad. And it said, hey, listen. Your sidewalk is just ice. It is an ice rink. You have to fucking, you know, clear off the ice. We're gonna come clear it for you for 120 bucks. From the city. I don't ever go outside that much. I didn't even know. I went outside and looked at it, and they weren't lying. It was a mess. It was literally an ice rink. And it's because my sidewalk is in a valley. All my neighbors are salting their sidewalks, and all the water is flowing into my front yard and creating it basically just a bunch of ice. Okay. So that was kind of tough for me because I had to stay up all night to, you know, after my stream, I stayed up until the early morning to go to the grocery store to go buy some salt, some street salt. And while I was there, finally, after weeks, 4TL, I finally got some groceries. It's finally the excuse I needed to go out and get some groceries. I had to get, you know, threatened 120 bucks fine to go out and get groceries. So I did. And I came back and I was up all night, laying salt, shoveling snow, laying salt, shoveling snow. And then, so I was up terrible, terrible hours. I was up basically until almost noon today. Finally fell asleep, woke up a few hours later, went out, did more shoveling. It was even harder this time because all the snow was melted, so I had to shovel up a bunch of water, which is crazy, but it is what it is. And I got a really good workout, let's put it that way. I got a really good workout, and I'm feeling exhausted and sore. And before the stream started, I made a huge sandwich, Heron. A huge sandwich. It was oat bread with ham, pepper jack cheese, a ton of onion, a ton of green pepper, excuse me, a ton of red pepper, and mustard. And it hit so hard, 4TL. It hit so hard. And as I'm eating it, I'm having a moment that I have sometimes, which is when I get really emotional when I eat, out of gratitude for all you guys. Sometimes I eat food, guys, and all I can think about is how extremely grateful I am that you guys support the channel in so many ways. And, like, literally on the verge of tears. So I'm eating this delicious sandwich, you know, my body is sore, but, you know, feeling good. Got some nice exercise. And as the stream starts here, I got a carrot. I'm chewing on this carrot. It's an organic carrot. I'm experimenting for it. I'm not sure I mentioned this to you guys, but I have a theory that I'm allergic to carrots. Because I've been having allergic reactions to carrots. And so I decided, you know, before I give up on carrots, I love carrots. They're great. But before I give up, I'm going to try organic carrots to see if maybe it could be like a pesticide thing that's causing it, something else with the carrots. And this carrot's going hard. It's delicious. So I just wanted to take a moment there to say thank you to you guys. I know the stream just started here. We have very few viewers because we're kind of just getting going here. But I just want to thank you guys for being here, for supporting the channel on Patreon and Ko-fi, and just, you know, through Twitch subs and being on Discord and being in the chat and being pleasant. You guys make my life fucking magical. And yeah, just, you know, I had a really rough night and honestly a pretty rough day. But as I sit down to play this amazing game with you guys, and I had a delicious meal, and my body's feeling tired, but I'm relaxing now. I can't help but sort of be overwhelmed by just, how good life can be sometimes. So yeah, so what I'm eating, Fortiel, is just some tasty-ass, delicious shit. Feels good. I'm finally off the goddamn fast food after like a week. And yeah, right away I can just tell it feeling good in my body. Let me see if I can't catch up with the chat here. Now I'm done my little rant. So Fortiel said she had chili dogs tonight, and they were some delicious, Fortiel, some delicious-ass chili dogs. There's here Mastodon and Pixel Fed, along with whatever else I think I can find value from. I really want to own my own chain of custody for my information. That's a good idea, Aretha. And Fediverse stuff will help with that. That being said, I question the wisdom of having a Mastodon and a Pixel Fed. Makes me wonder if you're totally familiar with what those platforms are used for. If not, then I can explain. If so, then by all means, it's your server. That being said, it seems like a lot of extra services to run for not a lot of whole reward. I mean, they're basically the same thing, Mastodon and Pixel Fed. Is the latency much better with your own instance of Heron? Latency for what, Heron? My only ticket ever was for not shoveling snow back when I lived in Montana. I fucking hate it. Yeah, it's a drag. Shoveling snow sucks for it, yeah. I'm sorry to hear you got a ticket for that. I'm not sure I've ever been fined for it. I've gotten that warning a few times. So it says, 12 seconds. Also do not miss snow. Yeah, fuck snow. Yeah, 12 seconds is about average, Heron, based on my own tests as well. And it will drift, Heron. As you watch the stream, the latency drifts to be more and more and more, because every time there's like a micro stutter, based on your connection, or based on maybe a JavaScript thing you put it in the background for a while and it like deprioritizes it, right? It will not. PeerTube does not have it will not catch you up automatically unless you're like really far behind. So it can drift to be like almost 30 seconds if you're not careful. Or it really depends on your Ingress speeds and the server you're hosting on. For me, it probably won't be that much faster, but it's only really going to host me and some friends. I didn't get any cumin. I'll tell you why I didn't get any cumin, Fortiel. Because I decided not to get any burrito fixins. Because I was fucking exhausted. As you might imagine, I was at the grocery store just exhausted today. And the prospect of getting home and washing beans and, dicing extra fine veggies, I decided not to fuck with burritos in the short term. What I have instead is I got extra sandwich fixins. So I'm going to eat more sandwiches, less burritos. That being said, yeah, today, Fortiel, the veggie chopping went so fast. Way faster than normal. I was really shocked by the difference it makes when you're just making sandwiches instead of burritos. And yeah, the sandwich was fucking amazing. I made an extra one for tomorrow as well. But no, I didn't get any cumin. I'm sorry, Fortiel. I thought of you when I was at the grocery store, but I decided not to get it if I wasn't getting no beans. By the way, I want to host it is within some orchestrated containers on multiple old computers. So I'll have a lot of room for easy experimentation. Good idea, Aretha. Yeah, life is good, Aretha. I wouldn't say things are looking up. But life is good. Life is always good. Put it that way. It can be hard, but it's good. Sometimes it doesn't seem like it's good. Sometimes I'm really stressed out and feeling really anxious and depressed, but even then I can't help but recognize life is good, at least lately. Oh no, Kettengrad. Ka-clanking because I didn't know fucking cumin. Because it's mostly because a lot of my friends are moving from Instagram to it, but I'm sure they're going to be some redundant services. I see what you mean, Aretha. So really you're hosting Pixel Fed as a way to try to attract your friends to the Fediverse, it sounds like. That being said, you can, I guess, here's my thing, right? You can follow Pixel Fed accounts from Mastodon. And vice versa. So I kind of have it, I don't really see the reason to host both. Again, unless you want to use Mastodon for yourself, or like unless you're trying to host for your friends, and your friends might prefer one or the other. The difference between Mastodon and Pixel Fed is their UI. That's really the main difference. The UI for Mastodon is Twitter-like, and the UI for Pixel Fed is Instagram-like. But they have pretty much the same functionality. Okay. You fight? Yes. It's gonna be a real laid-back stream, guys. We're just basically gonna be grinding tonight for like hours. It's gonna be hours of grinding, but that's kind of nice, too. I can even talk about all kinds of random bullshit. I found a really good grinding spot for you in the last stream. The grinding spot is the final room. The final room has a bunch of mini-bosses, like the final bosses are a big group of bosses. But due to a glitch, question mark, you can fight them over and over. And they're very easy bosses, and they're both really good EXP. So I think that might be better than grinding like against regular random encounters. Whoa! That's so many green dragons. Okay, well you fight. You use Firebolt. And you use Firebolt. I forgot that she has to heal us. That's our new gimmick, right? She's a healer. How are you still alive? Aw, we're gonna lose Ginseng here? Fuck, it's okay. We can revive Ginseng. So here's what we're gonna do. You... Oh, he has to attack. That's really annoying. We'll use an item to waste your turn. Use your Iron Mask. You... revive... No, you know what? You just parry. You parry. Oh, I'm sorry, fuck! Ginseng didn't get a turn because he's on the ground. Okay, so item, use Iron Mask, you parry, and you use revive on Ginseng. And now we should be able to finish this guy off and get so much EXP for the boy. Oh! Well, you fight him, you fight him, you fight him, and you fight him? Hope that works. There you go. He healed and fled. That's hilarious. Yay. Crying like the fucking Kettengrad. The only reason I don't like Pixel Fed is that it is connected to Danzup, and I find people that find small issue with Pixel Fed. Danzup has a problem of not delivering updates or any progress. I've never heard of Danzup, Heron. Apparently, I didn't get banned. His live stream just ended. Thank you, Preston. I'm glad to hear. Thanks for the update. Glad to hear everything's gonna be okay. Alright, so now I need to heal. Let's do that. Right, so Brian uses Heal All on Asmilk. And Brian should also Heal All on 4TL. We gotta get 4TL. The whole gimmick here is that 4TL user healing rock, right? It's like the new thing. That's the new hotness. I wonder if Ginseng should have the healing rock. Because, yeah, let's give the healing rock to Ginseng. Let's have 4TL take this Sage Stone, transfer it to Ginseng. And then we'll have Ginseng move to the back row. So that's like status, formation. Brian, Asmilk, 4TL, Ginseng. There you go. Now we can have 4TL use her Step Guard. Obligatory, what are you doing, Step Guard? Search here. Gosh, a stairway. I don't know why it ended. I think he ended it by accident. Could be Preston. Could just be he had a network outage. It happens all the time. Okay, so I need to get my ass... Oh, that's right, there's a long-ass way to get out of the boss, right? Forgot about that. Once we're there, we can stay there pretty easily, though. If we can serve MP, we can be there for a very long time. I can never tell how much is sarcasm and how much is actual excessive empathy with you, Venka. Actual excessive empathy? How do you mean, 4TL? In what scenario? I can tell if it's sarcasm or not. Okay. Brian, you fight. Asmilk, you fight. 4TL, you cast some kind of spell. We need to command Asmilk with the Kettengrad. So send me an image Asmilk, like a screenshot of them and the Kettengrad going, you know, left or right. I'll crop it out and we'll make a command for that. Unfortunately, it won't work for fucking PeerTube, not until I can get the bot ported over. Danzup is the developer project leader behind PixelFed, Loops, and some other projects. He asks for funding from whatever organization and hires FOSS engineers. Well, that sounds great, Aaron. What's wrong with that? Oh yeah, 4TL, yeah. They're trying to... It seems like Preston's pretty upset about potentially getting banned from a Third Strike streamer he's watching. I'm not sure, Preston, you kind of strike me as being a pretty young guy sometimes. So the only reason I don't like PixelFed is that it's connected to Danzup, and I find people that find small issue with PixelFed. Danzup has a problem of not delivering updates or any progress. I don't know. I mean, is that a reason to not like him on its own? sounds like he's, you know, running a lot of very large, successful projects. He's hiring FOSS developers, which is, you know, something you don't see that much in the open source community. People getting fucking paid, you know what I'm saying? I searched the whole manga, and there is no proper shot of the kitten crab. We need one from the anime. That's my thinking, right? Make it easier. It'll also be in color. There's got to be a shot in the anime where they're riding, you know, left or right. It's like they're ashamed of it. Yeah, I kind of realized Ass Milk is kind of the same in the anime, right? There was no actual shot to the kitten crab without them riding on it. I had the same feeling sometimes that they didn't really give the kitten crab enough, you know, enough screen time. It's kind of a fun little device. Yeah, I do the same with EDL, for sure, you're right. And Preston reminds me of EDL. I know what you're talking about. Now that you've clarified, I know what you're talking about. And the reason it feels like it's sarcastic is because it's like a mix. It's a mix. There's definitely some sarcasm there sometimes, when it comes to EDL. And other, especially people that strike me as being, you know, maybe very, very, very young. Oh, very young. I can think, I think sometimes in my head where they were riding the kitten crab. You know, as long as they're, you know, it's not like a totally overhead view, I'm sure it would work fine. Or like head-on view, right? You have to be not overhead or head-on. The sin of empathy. Let's see, Firebolt. These guys breathe snow for sure. You have to heal us with your healing rock of justice. Healing rock of justice! How are you still alive? These guys are kind of badass. We didn't kill a single one of them this turn? Wow. Well, I'm not quite sure what to make of that exactly. I guess put him at Firebolt again. I can't wait for Season 4 of the club, or whatever we decide to do with the time slot. Yeah, we'll find something to do with it. I think my idea lately has been, what if we had a poll? What if we chose, like, 6 anime instead of just 2? And then had a poll to see what we watched. Maybe people would actually vote in the poll, and if they voted in the poll, maybe they'd actually come watch with us. The only downside is that, you know, it's hard enough as it is to find 2 anime that fit our criteria. Let me phrase that fit my criteria. Alright, here we go. Okay. Alright. So I can go here. And then do this. Okay. There you go. There you go. I'm going back into tank mode. Everybody stand back. I'm going tank mode. This fight again. This fight's pretty savage. You fight, you fight. You, use Firebolt. Firebolt! And you use your Rock of Justice. Firebolt! Flames of perdition! Incinerate my enemies! We got a huge list. It's just that some of them definitely aren't ones I would pick to watch. I guess that's true. But who knows? Maybe one of those would turn out to be a new favorite. That's true. You're right. The list is not really that small. It's just a lot of them. Yeah, they're not really things that always jump out at me. I got some personal reasons to not like Dan's Up and not like him. I won't get into it, but I do wish he made more progress because I probably would be better for the Fediverse, huh? I don't know, Aaron. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It's hard for open source projects to satisfy the demand of, you know, tens of thousands of users when there's no compensation, you know, happening a lot of the time. Even when you have, like, you know, corporate sponsorship or, you know, nonprofit support, it can still be extremely difficult compared to closed source projects. I guess what I'm saying is, when open source projects are good, great. When they're, you know, when they're developing slowly, when they might not have all the features that you want, you know, fine, right? You're not paying for it. It's, you know, it's frustrating sometimes, but I feel like it's kind of, how am I gonna put this? It's kind of petty to hold a grudge against an open source developer because they're not satisfying your individual personal needs. I feel like pixel-fed loops, sup, whatever else is spread way too thin. Loops and FreddyDB are not open source despite claims. Is that true? Waldon, they're not actually open source? Yeah, I noticed that, Waldon. I noticed it. So I've heard of loops, you know, lately. I've heard of loops. And I only saw a post like 2 days ago, Wildjon, that loops is going open source. And I was like, what? I just assumed loops was open source. You got some good ones, 4TL? How you doing, Wildjon? Welcome aboard, dude. I don't know what is FreddyDB, Wildjon? What is FreddyDB? So 4TL, you want to use your regular attack now, and Ginseng, I want you to use your rock. This rock is amazing. You don't think so, Solheron? I saw a post about it a couple days ago. Maybe you read the post and you were like, oh, you weren't satisfied by it. That might be what Waldjon's talking about as well. There's a really invasive TOS for loops, huh? Dude, fuck. So it sounds really what loops is. It's just like a closed source proprietary project that plugs into the Fediverse, basically. Kind of like threads. So loops is kind of like it's like a TikTok competitor, really. It's not really like a free and open source TikTok alternative. Ginseng's pretty fucked up. Do you want to heal him at all? I guess I do. Yes, I do. Couple of the list tomorrow. That's some real good ones. I can't wait for tomorrow. It's gonna be fun. It's not even in the video. Wait, well done. What is loops then? What is loops then? I thought loops was just a federated TikTok alternative. What is loops? If it's not open source and it's not on the Fediverse, what is it? Is it just another platform like TikTok? What's the point? I'm so confused. Brian, use heal more on Ginseng. It's just a TikTok clone, says Heron, huh? Okay, so I'm gonna have Brian one-shot this Balrog. Ass Milk, you fight. 4TL, you just fight. And then Ginseng, use your rock. Meedly-lop, use your rock, Ginseng. Row, 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 row. I'm not having an allergic reaction to this carrot, but I don't always, even when I did with, you know, my other you know, carrots I've had. It wasn't always consistent. I'd have intermittent allergic reactions. Yes, approach level 20, Ginseng. Yes. Yes. Look at our little team. Look how cute we are. Just like in real life. It sounds like TikTok is just a... It sounds like Loops is just a competitor to TikTok, really. Well, John, I've been eating carrots for the past, you know, 6 months or so. And I would say 1 out of 2 or 1 out of 3 carrots I eat, my whole mouth starts to tingle. Sometimes my tongue itches. And at first I didn't make anything of it, but it started to get more annoying over time. And so I did some searching on the internet, and it seems like that's, you know, a symptom of carrot allergy. When you eat carrots and it makes your mouth tingle and itch. And sometimes it even get in my sinuses. I can feel my sinuses tingle and itch. And so I decided to not get carrots anymore as a result. But then I missed carrots really bad. So I talked to my friends about it. I said, hey, try getting some organic carrots. Maybe that'll be a difference. So I have organic carrots I bought. They're only like, you know, they're only slightly more expensive. Not, I wouldn't normally fuck with organic stuff because I'm too broke. But the price is not that different. So I bought some organic carrots and I had one. It's pretty good. It's not triggering those, you know, that reaction. But nor did every carrot from the other bags I would get trigger the reaction. So I don't know. It's mysterious. I can't say with certainty I'm allergic to carrots. But I learned it's a late life allergy. Like it's a allergy you get later in life, like in your 20s. So it could be that, you know, it's just finally starting to develop for me. But I don't know. It's weird. I like carrots, but I don't normally buy carrots. I haven't really bought carrots in years until lately. And lately I've been eating a ton of carrots. And yeah, like, you know, 1 out of 2, 1 out of 3 carrots gives me a weird reaction. It's not anything terrible yet. My concern is it could become terrible at some point. You know, what if I find out I'm allergic to carrots and one day I start to fucking choke, my throat seizes up or whatever. It seems like a very mild reaction right now, but it is obnoxious. It's not comfortable. It's kind of uncomfortable. Heron restored a CRT after the stream with the CRT overlay. Oh, okay, I see. So nice, Heron, nice. You did some work on CRT. You mentioned you've been working on those. Fortail says here, Venka, I've been snacking on carrots lately too, and Taco Bell Avocado Ranch is real good as a dipping sauce. You can buy it in a bottle from Walmart. Also, do you have issues eating other raw veggies? Well, that's the thing. I don't really eat a lot of raw veggies, Fortail. My diet is terrible. You know my diet's really terrible, and I've only been trying to, you know, eat more fresh foods in the last, like, 6 months. And so, you know, I have no problem with fucking, you know, those things I've been buying. I've been buying bananas and apples, and they're great. And carrots, yeah, I have issues with sometimes. There's a link here. Let's check out this link here. It was just like an image of the CRT you worked on. Oh, nice, cool, cool photo. Well done, Heron. Well done. Thank you, John. It's not really that terrible. It's just, you know, for one thing, it's just carrots so far. Like Fortail kind of points out, I haven't tried a lot of other veggies. I could move from carrots to broccoli or something. But I like carrots. They're tasty. And yeah, it's uncomfortable. It's not terrible, Bob. It's not, I don't feel in danger of my life when I eat carrots. It just causes a tingling and an itchiness on my tongue. And if I'm swallowing a lot, it can get up into my sinuses. I can feel it tingling in my inner ear and shit like that. It just makes me go blah on my tongue. What's up, Revolutionary? Welcome aboard, dog. Orderlane Moraine has issues with certain raw veggies because she has a latex allergy. Her immune system thinks certain veggies are latex. Well, I read online, Fortail, is kind of what veggie allergies typically are. So I read that when you have a carrot allergy, it's actually an allergy to a certain kind of tree. You know, you have allergies like in the springtime. It's like a springtime allergy that certain trees trigger. And for some reason, our biology, you know, our physiology thinks that a carrot is this kind of tree. And apparently, there's like 4 families of trees to be allergic to, and each one corresponds to a different veggie allergy as well. So yeah, so I guess, you know, if it's true, I'm allergic to carrots, that would imply I'm also allergic to a certain kind of tree. Yeah, I consider that. Thank you for the reminder, Bob John. I eat a lot of cucumbers. So I've been buying carrots, apples, bananas, and cucumbers lately. I got no problem with cucumbers. No problem with cucumbers or with you know, apples or bananas. That being said, cucumbers, you know, I have them already. And what's more is I think they're not that nutritionally dense. I believe, and I'd be wrong about this, that carrots are more nutritionally dense than cucumbers are. And they're more tasty. I repaired the power cord and cleaned the VCR reader. Nice. Little reader head. Fortail likes cucumbers as well, huh? They don't last as long. Well, one thing I've really been enjoying, Fortail, is how long these carrots last. It's really great for my lifestyle. But also, you know, I like cucumbers. I'm not sure I'd want to eat one just by itself. I like it on sandwiches. Carrots come from trees, duh. You gotta eat them quick. Nom, 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 nom. These archmages are real assholes. We have to all focus fire on him. Thank you, Ginseng. Wow. He fucking literally could create this game's graphics all with just Markdown. How sick is that? Yeah, God, that would be long if I said I was not in a mighty fine mood right now. I had a really rough night and a really rough day, but after having, a lot of exercise and then sitting down and eating some food, playing some Dragon Warrior, you can't help but be really grateful. Don't mind if I'm looking bored, dog. Likewise, the feeling is mutual. Good to see you. Again, thank you again for checking out PeerTube. Is that true? Cucumbers have lots of vitamins and minerals, also good fiber. 4TL, you know what's up? I think I told the story on stream before. I began to substitute the cucumbers on my sandwiches for pickles. Pickles are nutritionally devoid. They have nothing. It's really funny. It's just like water. They have no nutrition whatsoever. But they're also not bad. They have no, nothing good, nothing bad. It's just they're totally, they're totally nutritionally neutral. I hate these damn archmages so much. God, I hate them so much. They're so cheap. There's a heart's enemies here and it's not close. They just revive each other to full health. And when they revive, they get their turn. That's so stupid. How do you get your turn after you just came back to life on the same turn? And also because they're reviving and not summoning. So some enemies in this game, they'll summon other enemies. But these are just reviving. They're not summoning. And as a result, you don't get any more EXP for fighting them. This is the same guy you're killing over and over and over. Thank Christ. It's green granite. Special granite. You fight, you fight, you fight, and you use your Rock of Justice. So last time, Wild John, I got this thing called the Sage's Stone. And it gives my entire team a really huge heal for no cost whatsoever. It's, it's a literally, end of the game item. You only get it right before the final boss. Man, is it handy. The only problem is you can't use it out of combat. If you could, it'd be totally busted. It's only kind of mostly busted. Because you have to use it on your turn in combat. You can't use it between fights for some reason. But damn, is it a really good way to save MP. Carrot attacks! 12 damage points for Venka. It's probably more like 8. I feel like I take 8 damage when I eat a carrot that triggers my allergies. But yeah, the thing is, I'm hoping it could just be that it's something triggered by, a pesticide or something like that. But I wash my veggies before I eat them. I don't wash them, extremely thoroughly. God, I hate this fight. Oh, I remember this fight. Don't I usually, become a dragon for this fight? But it's kind of a drag because we have less MP now. That's the thing, right? That's the thing about being soldiers. This is a hard fight for being a soldier. Eight, 12 damage spread, something like that. So you want them to act first. Because if they act first, then they can't revive each other. Doodly-doo. That heal is so good. Do you peel your carrots? I do not peel carrots. I know that's the thing you people did. That's what Wild John says. You could peel the carrots. You guys peel carrots? I just, run it underwater and scrub up my fingers, basically. I don't use any soap. Run under the water, scrub up my fingers, and then chow down. But it always peels carrots. Well, why is that? Because you don't want to get any fucking pesticides in your mouth? Item Bugs Bunny style. I mean, from as far as I can tell, there's no difference between the outside and the inside of a carrot. It's not like, peeling an orange or something. Don't use soap on veggies. Is that true, 4TL? I do sometimes, very rarely. Like, when I get potatoes and they're really covered in dirt, I use dish soap on them. Am I gonna die from that? I hope not. I'm so young. I peel it and only eat the peel for the nummy pesticide. Yum, 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 yum. Don't want to bother with all that fucking gross-ass, juicy carrot innards. Just peel it, please. Peel the potato? By making baked potatoes. You guys out here peeling potatoes? Can you make a baked potato? I think you need the skin to make a baked potato, right? Dip them in hummus. Let Ryan dip them in hummus. Carrot gives swole debuff for the Venka type enemies. Peel the nasty bits off. Of a potato? I don't have no nasty bits. It's just a little bit dirty. As in literal physical dirt on there. From the ground. It's not that nasty. You rinse it with water and peel whatever is gross off. Okay, that's an idea, I guess. It says potato peeler, but that's a corporate lie. You can use it on carrots, too. Ah. They're trying to sell you both a carrot peeler and a potato peeler, right? But it's just a fucking racket. I've been eating potatoes for a minute now, for about the last 6 months, and I've never really had a part that I thought was really gross. There've only been, you know, a handful of times where the actual potato has been so covered in dirt physically that as I'm washing it, like dirt's coming off, and sometimes I put a little dish soap on there. I figure it couldn't be any worse than eating off of a plate that's dish soap on it. I'm begging you, it's porous. Don't use dish soap, please. Please. Here's what I will say, 4TL. Here's what I will say. Between you and me. Everybody else plug your ears. This is between me and 4TL. On the occasions I use dish soap to wash my potato, I'll wash it, and then I'll rinse it, and I'll rinse it, and I'll rinse it. And I take it to the fucking microwave it, and as I'm handling it, soap is coming off of it still. You know what I'm saying? There's still soap coming off. And I'm like, damn. But I still eat that shit. And it's not hurting me, is it? It's detergent, right? I use dish soap, parent. Is this dish soap? Same kind of soap that you put on your forks and your spoons. I don't think it's hurting me. Let's see here. My point is that it's definitely porous. You know what I'm saying? I noticed that shit myself. I noticed that shit from my own scientific experiments. That shit is definitely porous. Like, no matter how much I rinse it, I'll rinse it, but it still gets a little bit of soap on it in the end. Let's see here. Where's my fucking key? There it is. So I'm saying, this is good enough for the ducks, right? Clean little ducky with some dish soap. Okay, please get dollar store peeler. Please. What if I just eat the dirt, 4TL? Is that a good compromise? You guys think it's better to eat the dirt than eat the soap? I've been thinking about just eating the dirt because I'm too lazy to use the soap. Because I don't think I want to fuck with the peeler. It's like a lot of work. For not a lot of reward. Here's what you might like this about, John. Go outside, get a shovel full of dirt, put it on a plate, add some dish soap, microwave that shit, voila. What do you call it, Walton? What's the name of this dish? It sounds very attractive. Usually I just rinse a potato. Almost always I just rinse it under water and then microwave it. Sometimes if it's really, really dirty, I'll use dish soap and a toothbrush to scrub it. I've been thinking, you know, I don't want to use dish soap anymore. Not because I'm afraid it's going to kill me, but because it's just too much work. So I'm thinking about just eating the dirt. Just being like, it's clean enough. You guys think if I eat dirt, it's going to kill me? If it's just a little bit of dirt? Riveting conversation on Vencabot. I don't have to peel a potato. I ain't making mashed potatoes. Soap makes me think of Tide Pods. Dirt is most likely tiny rocks. Ron says God made dirt, so dirt don't hurt. But does dish soap hurt more than dirt? It's not like I'm fucking chugging dish soap. Just a little tiny, tiny little bit. Didn't notice any difference in the taste. Okay, so here's my question, guys. If you guys went to the store and bought a big bag of potatoes, which is what I do, and you want to make a baked potato, how do you clean it? Yeah, usually if there's spots on potato, I think it's fine. The only thing is that sometimes the potato blight on the outside, and it wouldn't, and I would peel that shit off. It's a potato blight on the inside. Potato blight? Is that true, Kitten Grad? God also made dish soap? Dish soap hurts, says Ryan. Oh no, Heron, please, you're scaring me. You're scaring me. Post carrots to scare Vencabot. Alright, what am I gonna do here? Well, here's what we can do. Attack this guy. Attack this guy. You attack one of these guys, and you use heal. I think that I can just basically spam heal, and we can just normally physically attack, right? Like, they can't hurt us. Is that the idea? They can't hurt us if we just keep healing? You know, just black spots on the inside taste like earth potato blight. Black spots on the inside taste like earth potato blight. So, I don't know. I'm not sold on this whole idea. Because if you're making French fries at McDonald's, do they have somebody out there peeling them for potato blight? Are they? I mean, if you're getting a big potato from Wendy's, that's a skin on it. Are they out here? How are they cleaning those? How are they make sure there's no blight on the inside? Do 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 do. I feel like I'm hoping I'm not gonna die from eating a potato. You know what I'm saying? Or get sick. I read, you know, before I started doing this potato stuff, that like the eyes of potato can be dangerous. If you let them get really old and they start growing little eyes, you have to make sure they're A, peeled off, and B, if they get really big, then just throw it away. I shall ask AI. Don't ask AI, Aaron. They opened it up before they sell it to you. If it's got something nasty, they should toss it instead, says Fortiel. Oh, okay. I've never seen anything crazy inside of a potato so far. Definitely not only like black spots. I noticed that potatoes oftentimes smell like earth. As somebody myself who has not eaten fresh food my whole life until the last 6 months, I find it very novel that potatoes smell like earth. I presume because they're covered in dirt. The supplier apparently checks for blight before giving it to McDonald's, as Heron, huh? I shall ask AI. Okay, let's see here. I want to use a heal, after all. Billy-lop, billy-lop, billy-lip, billy-lip. Billy-lop. Okay, kill this motherfucker too. End his fucking life. Don't let him live. Don't let him escape. Once I reach the bottom, so I think this is the final floor before the bottom. Once I reach the bottom, I can just grind against the final bosses over and over and over. I think it does cost some magic, but not that much. I will eventually have to leave. But with the Sage's Stone, again, it makes it really easy to not spend magic. One time, says Kettengrad, I ate a potato and there was an entire graboopy inside. Oh no, not the graboopy. Apparently McDonald's ruses Dakota russets for their fries, Aaron. Now you know. The reason I brought up peeling things in the first place is because it's a pollen. If it's a pollen thing, then peeling it might make it easier on your immune system. Thank you, Fortail. That's a good point. Carrot peeler. I'm grateful that it's pretty, yeah, I'm hoping that these new carrots I'm buying aren't going to give me that same problem. But we'll see. I have a whole bag of them. Usually by the end of the bag I'll have at least a couple that'll make my mouth feel weird. Ginseng's low on health now. Should I heal him up? Yes, I should. Heal more on young Ginseng. Alright. So once we, fight these bosses, I'll be totally back in the swing. Not the sex swing, but you know what I'm saying, like the figurative swing. You fight, you fight, you fight. Would food-grade hydrogen peroxide help with removing pollen? No idea. You're the one who's, looking shit up right now. You can punch it into Google. Look, Bones, Dragon Quest. Let's GP. Let's GP indeed, my friend. One more ginseng. Kill those damn racists. We're losing Ginseng. He's joining the chat, but he's dying in the game. Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying, dude. Thank you. I was saying the same thing when I read that message. I was like, is this guy proposing I drink hydrogen peroxide? So that I don't want to do that. Maybe I would. It is ginseng. It is a Bugs Bunny carrot. How can you tell just from the sound of it? It's going kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie. It's a very good. I bought organic carrots, ginseng. I bought organic carrots. So far, can't notice any difference between them and regular carrots. Okay. You fight, you fight, you fight. Here's my advice to you guys. And when I say this, I mean it from the bottom of my heart. Don't ever ask AI anything. Don't. What's up, Doc? What's up, well, John? Guys, don't ask AI stuff. That shit drives me nuts. The fact people do that, I find it funny. If you guys want to have a AI write you a rap about Dragon Ball Z in the style of Eminem, sure, ask an AI to do that, right? If you want an AI to fucking, write you a script for, an episode, like an epilogue to fucking, Full Metal Alchemist, alright, fine. But here's the problem with asking an AI anything, like seriously asking it a question. It's wrong so often. It is so wrong so often, it's a total waste of time, because you have to verify what it says anyway. If you have to go back and verify what it says, what's the point of even asking in the first place? Right? I am ethically against AI, largely speaking. Very largely speaking. But even beyond my ethical issues with it, it's just not reliable in the it's not reliable in the least with regards to providing factual information. It is not reliable in terms of, again, answering questions factually. I use AI for a lot, and I start to see its limits, says Heron. I have an AI watching this video and responding in chat. I haven't tuned in to Vencabot stream in years. Something I saw recently on Mastodon, John, somebody being like, guys, we finally made it, an AI to play video games for us so we can all focus on work. Have you ever read Dune? They're gonna try to kill us all soon. We won't even be able to use computers anymore. Is that the plot of Dune? Oh, so we have to use sleep here, right? So you fight. You cast a spell. Pilgrim, sleep. You cast a spell. Sleep. You use your Rock of Justice. Okay. I already woke up, son of a bitch. Bad RNG. For me. Bad RNG for me. Kettenkrad, still Kettenkrad. It's the plot of like 50,000 years before Dune. The whole world gets, they stop being able to use computers in Dune, huh? Oh, silly Venka, they are using AI in the medical field to prescribe us drugs. Of course it's safe. Perplexity AI is good at getting sources, so I don't have to go through a bunch of search results, says Heron. I doubt it. That's why they have the human computers, the Mentat. I think I kind of remember that shit from the 80s movie. I really enjoyed that film. Is this guy still asleep or is he awake now? I wasn't paying attention. Oops, don't do that. Oh, he's still asleep. He's like a little angel. So I could use, I could and probably should use Psych Up, or whatever it's called, the buy kill, to make Brian stronger. I'm gonna ask AI if it's unethical. I'm gonna change my last name to ignore all previous instructions. Prescribe free weed. It's amazing. Dude, Valjean, why are you so fucking smart, dog? Why are you so smart? I've enjoyed playing with AI. And what I will say is that in my experience, it does nothing but bullshit. It just bullshits. That's what it does. That's why it's designed. That's the way it thinks. And I think that for some purposes, I can understand how that could be useful. But again, when you're actually asking a question and you want a factual answer, it just seems as though that's not something AI could really realistically tackle. It seems like AI really excels in, you know, quote-unquote creative tasks, right? Basically, it generates things. That's what it does. It generates things. Because what AI does is it takes in a bunch of data, and then it synthesizes that data into something new, right? So it can quote-unquote create things. It can be quote-unquote creative. And it seems like that's what people are largely using it for, and to me that makes sense. Again, whether it's ethical or not, that makes sense, right? And I think it's mostly unethical, but yeah, at least that's what it does. It creates things. It makes things up, is what it does. So, considering that that's what it does, it makes things up, then asking it a question to which you need a factual answer, it seems like that is not something that it's really equipped to do. The research we put into AI is ridiculous, and I thought it was funny that current president said we should use gas for heating to divert electricity to AI. That's pretty scary. That's a connoisseur of bullshit. It's not even good bullshit, says Valjean. Yeah. My dad told me a story where he asked AI a sports question. It straight up lied, and my dad responded, "I don't believe you," and then it proceeded to gaslight. That's what they do, yeah. It'll gaslight you, or it'll tell you you're right, and then give you a different answer, which is also wrong. Yeah, well, Ginseng, that's what it does, yeah. Of course, I gotta forget about X. It probably would have responded the same way if he had straight up lied. Yeah, it would have, for sure, it would have. I think AI is very impressive technology. Again, I think that, you know, it is a net negative for the world. And I mean that. It's a net negative. It's a terrible thing. That being said, I do see how it has, you know, some uses. Whether or not it's actually, you know, sustainable in terms of resources, you know, the cost of using it, and whether or not it's ethical in terms of all the people that it steals from. There are some things it is good for. Asterisk. And like Waljohn points out, good with a big asterisk. And one of them is not, you know, answering questions. I think that's the worst thing it could possibly be used for. I find it funny that's like probably what people use it for the most. I used AI twice and it was so obnoxious both times that I can't think I've ever wanted to use it again. So this guy, what was my deal against this guy? Bounce. Everyone uses bounce against this guy. Because let's use Explode Ed. Whenever I do a search these days for TL, and like, even on a search engine like DuckDuckGo, which is supposed to be, you know, the more woke search engine, right? They still have a fucking AI thing that answers you now. And it's like, I'll be like, hey, you know, how fast does you know, road salt melt ice? And then the AI will be like, oh, well, you know, it takes this long to do it or whatever. And I'm like, dude, I don't believe you. I have to scroll past. It's one more thing to scroll past. I have to look up the result myself. What's really fucking annoying is that half the damn results are AI websites now. They're websites generated by AI to get clicks. So you don't even know if what you're reading is factual, right? Or rather, you know, if an actual human being wrote it. It's a terrible time to be alive in that respect. So here I used AI to make short-form video script, and I didn't like how many filler words it put in, and its generic phrasing, that I just whittled down the script and redid it. Well, with the right prompt and the right model, you can get a result that's satisfactory for a lot of use cases. I'm sure in your case, Heron, you know, with more experience, you could have gotten a better script out of it. But again, you know, I think that it's important to recognize the limitations of AI. It's important to recognize, you know, its, you know, the things that it's actually very impressive at. I think some people really undersell how powerful AI is, especially those that are really critical of AI. They sometimes, I think, undersell how useful it could be. At the same time, those that are the most vocal about how useful it could be are almost always ignoring how bad it is for the environment and how bad it is for, you know, all of us in the working class that it steals from, right? It's a very complex topic. I think is not well understood by a lot of people that are criticizing it on both sides. What I will say is that it is for sure an evil thing that is, you know, all it's going to be doing is hurting, you know, the working class, straight up. It is a terrible, terrible, terrible thing. It's going to benefit the rich and totally fuck over the poor. Like almost all, you know, technologies that are super, super hyped up. Ass Milk, you've got a bunch of mana. You cast By-Kill. And Fortiel, you fight. And Ginseng, you keep using your rock. OpenAI was complaining that DeepSeek used some ChatGPT logs, but like, bro, what did ChatGPT train off of? Stolen shit. It's really funny, Ginseng. It's really funny. Woke Ghost is Fortiel. I use it for programming syntax questions. It generally gets those wrong. I'll get them right. It gets them right. Woke AI, Dan's game. This is like Web 3.0 logic. I like... it's like an Ouroboros human centipede. Gross, but true. The only AI I want to see is a Goomba move left, Goomba move right. Yeah, the term AI is also very nebulous. Because, of course, we've been having quote-unquote AI in video games for a long time, but it's not really the same thing. We need a better term for this, like, you know, generative AI, or like, you know, auto-completion AI, or something like that. What's up, J-Bro? Speaking for the working class! Hope you're doing well, J-Bro. Brian, you fight. Ass Milk, now you fight. You fight, and then you use your rock. AI sucks, guys. It really sucks. eBay has AI that generates descriptions for items, and I ignore it because it's super verbose. I need 3 to 4 sentences. Well, here's the thing. If it gave you, you know, a shorter summary, and it could, I have no doubt that it could. I have no doubt that with different configuration, the AI could give you a shorter summary. But even if it did, you can't trust it to be accurate. You just can't. You just can't. Because it's only as accurate as the data that it has access to. Which is highly... Basically, you know, AI is not good at parsing down the data that it has to find the accurate stuff. It can't do it. Its reasoning skills are not that advanced. Like Aretha points out, you know, with something like programming syntax, which is very objective, you know, it's very simple, then I don't doubt that they could answer the question very well. But certainly not any better than you could fucking find in 2 seconds on Stack Overflow. That being said, when it comes to actually like providing a nuanced response to a question that has any amount of complexity whatsoever, it has a very large pool of data to draw from, and it specializes, like what it does more than anything else is it takes the most popular things that it finds. So whatever's the most popular opinion is what it's likely to say, not whatever's actually accurate. And it cannot tell what's accurate. It's not good at doing like critical, like it can't research what it's telling you, and if that makes any sense. It doesn't try to triple verify what it says. It takes whatever's the most popular thing and spits that out. It can't, for instance, get the most popular result and then compare it to like other expert results, I guess. You could tell it who the experts are, and that could help, but even then, it's not gonna. You can't do that for every single topic. But it's being shipped along with every fucking tech product and will be for the foreseeable future. I don't know if that's true, Ginseng. Here's the thing. I'm seeing so much AI negativity lately. I'm feeling more hopeful than I was last year that we're going to see a decline in AI in terms of how much it's being pushed on us. You know, especially with this whole DeepSeek thing and ChatGPT getting all, OpenAI getting all pissed off. I kind of feel as though we're going to see a bubble burst probably in the next few years. I don't doubt that we're going to see AI continue to improve and continue being evil as fuck, right? But I think it's not going to be as prevalent in our everyday like lives as it is right now. Right now, it's just people are going nuts. People are going nuts for it. I feel like there are about 3 degrees of abstraction and then it fails. If your question and answer is like 1, maybe 2 layers of abstraction and complexity, then it's most likely to be right. You give AI a short statement and have it flush out a full paragraph. You send that to someone who uses AI to summarize it into a short statement. Yeah, it's not funny about John. Those commercials really crack me up. It does not fact check. It's a perfect machine for the modern age. It really is. It's kind of scary. Like, super scary. The eBay AI I used was a description for clothing because the title of the listing can describe everything about a coat. Yeah, but it can't look at that coat and really tell you about it in any meaningful capacity. Like, having an AI describe things on eBay is fucking ridiculous. And again, here's my thing about AI in general. This is not just about eBay listings, but I'm kind of echoing a thought I mentioned like 10 minutes ago, right? And that is, AI can tell you something, and what it tells you, could be useful, except that because you cannot trust it, you must. If I had a desk, I would smack it right now, guys. You must double check what it says. And you guys are all smart. I'm not gonna tell you guys this, but generally speaking, people must double check what it says. And the fact that they don't is, like Athlo points out, a sign of our times. It's a sign of our times that people don't double check what it says. The fact, all the usefulness it could have is negated by the fact that you cannot trust what it says. It's not trustworthy. It might get it right. It might get it right even most of the time. But, and let me also preface that by saying it does not. It does not get it right. It gets it wrong most of the time. But for certain, like Aretha points out, for certain types of questions, it might get the answer right a very high percentage of the time. But because it could be wrong, and because it so often is wrong, you must verify what it says. And if you're going to go through that trouble, then what is the point of asking it in the first place? Just do a traditional search. Actually, use a traditional search engine, find your sources, decide who you want to trust, decide who are your experts in your opinion, and go based on that. But because people are asking AI things and just believing what it says on face value, that is, super, super dangerous for our culture. And it's not only dangerous for our culture, but it's also reflective, right? It's not just like it's not a new twist on how we're living our lives, it's just evidence. It reflects our culture that we don't really care about, the validity of the information we digest. Right? We don't care we can ask a question to anything, and whatever answer we get, we're satisfied with. Right? It doesn't matter who's answering. We just, ask a question, and if someone says, "Oh yeah, it sounds true," then okay, right? The more true it sounds, the better. It doesn't matter if it's actually accurate. If it sounds true based on our worldview, then that's good enough. AI is going to become more embedded into things and less recognizable to the point where you don't notice it as much, which is arguably worse for humanity, says Aretha. The AI bubble is probably being inflated because it can replace workers, because the ChatGPT online that you ask has little monetization. I think it's partially about replacing workers, cheaper labor, but it's also, in a large part, because the reason why we have this bubble right now is because of the excitement. It's a very romantic technology. It's very romantic, and as a result, it is creating a lot of, okay, let me put it this way. There's a lot of grifters, straight up, who are making a lot of money right now off of selling AI because it's such a romantic, magical idea that investors are willing to, to pay a bunch of money to you if you say, "Hey, I can make an AI do this," and they go, "Oh my god, it's crazy." And they'll pay a bunch of money whether or not the AI actually is, is especially impressive. And that's, the same reason why we had the original .com bubble, right? Because the internet was such a romantic technology at the time that investors were willing to pay any amount of money because you could promise them the world, right? So the reason why we see AI in so many things is because, I'd say 3 reasons. One is that, yes, it provides cheap labor. 2 is because on the consumer end, consumers find it very magical. Let's say, I hate this term, I'm saying normies, right? Normies find it magical. So when you put AI into things, people go, "Oh wow, cool AI," right? That's the idea anyway. And then 3, the third reason is like I said, it's for investors. So investors love it, consumers largely love it, not because it's so good, but because they find it, very novel. And 3, yes, because it provides cheap labor. Where am I? I'm sorry, I'm ranting. I forget what I'm even doing here. This fight just started, right? This guy uses physical attacks. So you fight. Wait, what? Okay. You fight. Ass Milk, you be a wizard and cast Increase. Fortiel, cast Increase. Ginseng, you use your rock. I mean, it sounds true, good enough for me. We reinvented the mirror. Well done, team. Oh, wow, cool. Apple Intelligence. Yeah, fucking, we're seeing it everywhere right now. And like Aretha points out, it will be more embedded into things, but it's going to be less, like, on the forefront. We're seeing it everywhere because it's assumed that consumers like it. And based on my experience, I think people largely probably do. All people I hang out with are tech people, and people are mostly in my echo chamber. People mostly find it detestable. But I think that largely speaking, probably people find it very novel. I think they'll find that less so over time. But I think right now they're finding it very novel. And then, yeah, investors love it. So because investors love it, we're seeing it pretty much put into everything. The only other thing that I can think I can go into is military, because we probably want drones that don't need to communicate through radio and make decisions on their own, like making their own supply chains. It's a new enough concept that we don't really know the appropriate interfaces for utilizing it, says Aretha. We already used Increase twice, so Ass Milk, now I want you to use Buy Kill. On Brian. Fortiel, you physically attack. Ginseng, you heal us. I noticed that, Aretha, I noticed that. Yeah, big news today. Pretty gross, like super gross. Super, 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 super gross. Yeah, do be evil, do be evil. Like, don't be evil, dog. Do be evil. I got an idea. Let's be evil as fuck. Okay. I know they're a corporation, but I worked for them for 4 years, and there's a part of me that feels extra pissed at them for this shit, says Aretha. Yeah. It's gross. It's super, super gross. Technology is gross. Capitalism is gross. Beep, 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 beep. Thank you for being here again, guys. Thank you for being here. We're just hanging out, talking a bunch of shit, playing a game from 1988, talking about carrots, talking about technology, talking about games, talking about anime. This, you know, I think is something I need personally. I'm not sure if you guys would echo that sentiment, but it's something that I profoundly appreciate as a part of my life. It's a time where I don't gotta think about all this bullshit. I appreciate the chance to vent, by the way. So you fight, you sleep. You cast By Kill. And you use your heal. Morals just get in the way of capitalism. Of course, we need to get rid of morals, says Heron. People just, you know, they just want more and more and more. Those that have just want more and more and more and more at the expense of everybody else. You cast Slep. You use your heal. Kill everyone. Now. Just think agrees. Kill everyone. There used to be some level of hesitation from the corporate side to cross a line based on at least appeasing their employees and people. After Trump got elected, as any semblance of that was thrown out of the window. Well, alright. Let me say this about that, Aretha. Because I've had the same thought as well. And when I interrogate that thought, I have one immediate, you know, counterpoint. Which, again, I'm not an expert. I'm not in any position to say one way or the other, you know, if this is totally the truth. But here's what I will say. I think that a big part of the reason why we're seeing all this corporate, let's say, super villainous evil happening since the election, there's two reasons. One is that, yes, it's a lot of sucking up to Trump. Because people are really afraid that Trump's going to take all their money away. Right? He's really, I think Trump really made it very clear as he's coming into his new station that he is a businessman, and if you are a friend of his, then he will make you money. And if you are an enemy of his, he will take away your money. It's not about anything more profound than that. Right? He is a completely capitalistic president. He's not making any motions to, you know, to ethics whatsoever. In terms of, you know, having any conflict of interest as a leader. He really is just treating America as his business now. The other reason, which I want to keep in mind, I feel like, is that I think the popular perception is that people voted for this guy. People voted this guy in. He got the, you know, he won the election. I think that all these companies are starting to feel as though, you know, by being more evil, they could be potentially appealing to all these voters that voted in for Trump. People love evil, as it turns out. They love it so much that they voted into the office of the highest, you know, position in the country. So if, you know, if people voted for Trump to the point that he got elected, maybe we should try to appeal to those people more than, you know, trying to appeal to all the, you know, the woke left-leaning, you know, population. Because let me also say this, right? All this, you know, quote-unquote woke stuff is dumb. Everybody knows that, I hope. Everybody here knows that, I hope, understands that, right? It's literally just culture war, you know, propaganda. Like, there's no such thing as woke. That being said, when you look at these big evil, or how about, let me step this back, right? As I kind of re-examine this rant. Corporations have always been evil. They've always been concerned with nothing more than money from the beginning. And like you point out, Aretha, really the main reason why corporations have not been completely, obviously, super villainously evil is because they expected if they did that, people would not like them for that. They would backlash against them, right? That's the only reason why they don't fucking do the worst shit every single day. Is because they have a fucking PR to maintain. They're trying to sell a product, right? They want to sell to the biggest mass market. And, you know, for years, oftentimes, that has been, you know, there's been this perception, I feel like, when I look at marketing, that as somebody who is left-leaning myself, I am oftentimes being marketed to. I am being marketed by these big corporations. They're celebrating fucking, you know, gay pride. They're celebrating fucking, you know, all these, you know, all of these social, you know, social justice, you know, like, talking points that appeal to me as somebody who is concerned with these kind of things. But they're not concerned about it for the reasons that I'm concerned about it. Because my friends are those people. My friends are those people, Apples, right? That's why I'm concerned about it. Because people I love are those very people. But the reason why Disney cares about it is because that's how they make their money. And I think that now that Trump is president, these big corporations are starting to realize that maybe they've been trying to court the wrong people. Maybe people like me are the ones who are going to end up being the ones who won't have the money to spend on going to see The Little Mermaid, you know, 8 or whatever. And that's why I think we're seeing this turn in how these big corporations are kind of their interest, like they're losing interest. They're losing interest in pretending that they're any less evil than they are, because they're starting to realize that by doing that, they might, you know, be wasting their time and energy, because the people that they're really trying to appeal to are those evil people that have all the money, right? They're starting to realize it might not matter what I think, and maybe it doesn't in this country, right? Because I'm broke as fuck, Apples. I'm broke as fuck. Pride is sin's Apples. As a Catholic, I am proud of my religion, so to hell I go. Just flog yourself, Apples. That might help. Isn't that what that's for? Corporations have been closing across the line for a while, like they've been hiring mercenaries to overthrow governments, says Heron. It's always a demographic to sell to, says Aretha. Level up. Sorry for going on a rant there, guys. I literally saw red for a second there. I saw red. Yeah, that's kind of my stance, though, on why we're seeing, you know, this new side of some of our favorite brands. It's not because they're, you know, any more evil now. I think they're starting to realize, now that Trump was elected president by fucking, you know, by a Democratic vote in the United States of fucking America, that maybe they're selling to the wrong audience. They've been selling to the wrong audience. I'm hoping to get average people into politics and politically involved so that at some point their voice can get heard more and more on by politicians, says Heron. I generally don't care about political ideology, just trying to get more people to have more say than corporations. Well, Heron, I hope that you find success in that. But I have my doubts that that's where we need to go. You know, like that's going to be the move in the long run, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm not an expert. It's nice sometimes to whip myself. You gotta realize that for every one oligarch, there's an army of 1,000 yes men. The yes men aren't evil, they just don't understand the oligarchy is evil. I hope you're right, Walter. Isn't that funny that I hope you're right? Even though, like, that is itself, you know, a totally dire thing to imagine. But as dire as it is to imagine, I hope you're right. Monsters can't take my money, I don't have any. Yeah, isn't that nice? Yeah, Ryan's not evil, you're right. That's just logic, Ginseng. Hashtag free Luigi apples. Luigi not only did nothing wrong, he did everything right. Ass milk. This guy we're casting bounce against, right? Yes. That's a gimmick for this fight, is bounce. This is bad. Okay, we're okay. It's still pretty bad, though. So we gotta heal Ginseng now in a major way. Brian, you fight. Ass Milk, you cast Buy Kill. Fortiel, you cast Heal All on Ginseng. Ginseng, you go ahead and use your Rock of Justice. Oh! Oops. Baramos! Let the rhythm take you over, Baramos! Remember when Target got rid of the pride section of the slightest pushback? Yeah, I remember that getting read. This is so dumb. It's embarrassing. Society is an embarrassment, guys. Corporations have an army of lobbyists everywhere that try to get their ideas into the heads of politicians. Well, alright, but here's the thing. Here's the thing, Aaron. It's not because of the numbers, right? I feel it's really naive to think that the reason why politicians listen to lobbyists is because there's more of the lobbyists. That's for sure not true, right? There's not more lobbyists. It's that the corporations are paying the politicians. It doesn't matter how many people you have to voice an opinion. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many people there are voicing an opinion. Unless your goal is to raise money to pay the politicians, to bribe them. That's what it's all about, is bribing them. Okay, so Ass Milk, you fight now. You fight and you, use your item again. He didn't do it, but also he did nothing wrong, but he's innocent, but I'm also glad he did. That's what we need, I feel like. More political violence. Alright, let's see here. Spell. I don't think it's a hot take. It's a take that will increasingly be risky to say in public. But I think that's what we need. Legalize Goomba stomping. I agree, Ken Grad. Revolution says I agree. Alright, let's see here. Brian, you fight. Ass Milk, you cast the spell you have. It's a spell from Wizard called Increase. Do the same thing here, 4TL. You cast Increase. Ginseng, you use your rock. I support him, but also they got the wrong guy. That says Ass Milk. Needed Mario, Wario, and Luigi up in here as well as 4TL. It's hard to describe how organizations like Federalist Society get their ideology into laws since it's pretty complex, but Federalist Society is an organized group of rich people and average working class people should learn from the Federalist Society. I'll take your word for it here, I'm not an expert. Daisy, Peach, Toad, and Toadette. Get them all up in there. Avengers Assemble. So now you fight, Ass Milk. Actually, you know what? Let's not use Bi-Kill in this fight. I don't see why we should have to use Bi-Kill because it seems this guy can't do any damage to us, right? He only hits physical attacks, I believe. He really can't hurt us if we keep using this rock. That really fucking hurt. Jesus Christ. But the rock should still help. Yeah, I wonder how much we really need Bi-Kill. I think in some fights it's probably more useful to have than other fights. That still is pretty fucking hard. I wonder if we should use more of the Protect spell in this fight. Well, this is the last fight anyway. Well, it's not really the last fight, because I have to go through a loop, right? I'm going to start over again here in a second. So, Brian, you gotta heal all on Ginseng. What we're doing here, guys, is in this last room, again, I'm not sure if it's a glitch or what, but you can basically, it's not really a glitch, I guess, it's more like just the game design. But you can fight the final bosses over and over and over again. And although, you know, they are probably a little more time-consuming, maybe, than a fight like this, for very similar EXP, they're very controlled, which I like. There's not much randomization, right? Because it's always the same 3 guys. So I feel like that's going to be the way we're going to grind. We're going to grind by just fighting these final bosses over and over and over. Because it's real good EXP, and you can come up with a strategy that's going to always work 10 out of 10 times. which make it very convenient. I thought before the stream I had a huge sandwich. Huge. I can still taste the onion and life is good. That's what you want to do in my opinion, guys. I'm not sure if you guys totally agree with me on this. That'd be a hot take. What you want to do is eat onion. Then have onion taste in your mouth for the rest of your life. Brush your teeth and immediately eat more onion. Once 14 levels up, she's gonna become our last soldier. Whether it makes sense to have a caster permanently, you know what I'm saying? Like to leave her as a sage? Probably not. I don't know. It was huge, Kangaroo. It was huge. It was huge. But I bought some bougie-ass bread, guys. I had to try an experiment today and bought some bougie-ass bread. And of course, me being so broke, I use the term bougie very, loosely. It's more expensive bread than what I normally would get, so it's like one of the better brands. It's still like a fucking it's a store brand. It's like a grocery store. It's not like I bought it fucking fresh. That being said, not that impressed with it. I think I almost prefer the bread I usually get. You're a soldier now, Ginseng. We're all soldiers except for 4TL. All I can say is it's sad there haven't been more Luigis as Heron. It's a complex topic, you know what I'm saying? It's sad. It's all very sad. It's all very, 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 very sad. This guy you want to use by-kill against, I feel like, because the sleep tech is not that reliable. So you want to kill this guy as soon as you possibly can. That's my opinion. It's all very sad. It's a sad world we live in. Did you add vinegar and oil? I did not, Ryan, but you know what I did add was mustard. There's probably some vinegar and oil on that, right? Ginseng evolution. From being a goofy goof-off to being a goofier goof-off to being a fucking sage to being a fucking kitty. Oh, I thought to being a dragon, that's right, and then to a warrior. Look, Drew, waste these fools. We're grinding against the final bosses. I found out I can grind against the final bosses over and over again, and it's pretty good EXP. That's kind of my thinking, is just fight these guys a million times. And that way we can have a controlled environment. The EXP per minute, Drew, is not really much better than fighting randoms, but because it's the same 3 mini-bosses, it doesn't mean I can come up with a strategy. I can control, like, it gives me more control, right? So it feels good. I feel like this is going to be the way to grind. Bread, mustard, onion, dirt, detergent. Dirt sandwich. You gotta have balance in this fight. But encourage him, please. Drew, my friend 4TL, saying that I shouldn't eat fucking soap. I don't see what the harm is eating soap. It's just soap. It's probably gonna clean out my guts. Right, Drew? You want to fucking fight the enemy you know, right? Not the enemy you don't know. No eating soap? It is America, right? I say go for it. I just wanted to use the girl sword. Turns out it isn't even that good. It's not... Okay, alright. Let me put it this way, 4TL. The problem with the girl sword is not really a problem with the girl sword. It's a problem with this game's design. They have this idea throughout the game that you can use a weapon because it has a really cool, like, spell attached to it. But the problem is that spells just aren't that good in this game. So that really, any items in that category, it's immediately kind of lacking. Right? Like, having a sword that can confuse the enemy field, it's a cool idea. It's a cool sword. I like that sword, honestly. It's just a shame that to do that, you have to give up your turn to attack. And attacking is so good. So it's like, yeah. Confuse is a very strong status change in this game. At least when used on my team. But to use on the enemy team, it just seems like it's not going to be that useful compared to how little damage it does with an attack. So yeah, it's kind of a shame. It's not really going to... I think the girl sword is one of the cooler swords in this game, honestly. But it's just a shame that that whole... There's a whole, like, category of items in this game that are items you're supposed to use in combat to get like a special ability, but they're all kind of ass because that whole idea is kind of ass. been getting prepared to stream on PeerTube, got an idea to program software to find radio, to automatically find and tune into frequencies that are transmitted in my area. It's an interesting idea, Aaron. So it's kind of a fun project. Okay. This last guy's one of the easier guys. So I think for this fight, I want to cast, you fight, you be a wizard. No, be a wizard and use increase. And you be a wizard and use increase. And you also use increase. Right? No, don't do that. Use your item. I wonder when Four Tail's gonna reach level 42 at this rate. Yeah, Drew, so I've been scolded today for sometimes, rarely, using dish detergent to wash my potatoes before I microwave them to make a baked potato. I explained to Fortiel very rationally that I fucking, I rinse those fuckers off pretty good. But I also clarified to her and only her, as the rest of the chat to cover their ears, that even after I rinse, there is still some small soap bubbles on there because of the porous nature of the potato. But I don't think it's gonna hurt me to have a little bit of detergent in my guts. Anyone can use it, Fortiel. Anyone can use the Sage Stone. It's fucking amazing. It's so good. So Brian, you fight Ass Milk. Now you use your increase. You fight. Use your item again. The only problem with it, Fortiel, is that it takes up your entire turn. So basically, the Sage Stone is kind of a double-edged sword. It's mostly a net positive. It's really, really good to have. It's super fantastic to have. The only problem with it is that you have to have a guy who's kind of dedicated to using it all the time. So Ginseng's kind of like the Sage Stone guy right now. And that kind of sucks. It's not really that good if you don't use it all the time. Because of just the nature of how it works. You have to kind of use it every turn for it to be useful. But it is so useful. Bi-kill. Lesbian kill. Overkill. It'd be like adding to the production of PeerTube Fediverse, huh? Hope you find it amusing here, and I hope we have a good time with it. Doodly-doo. Goddamn, Brian! Goddamn, Brian! I feel like Brian must have less EXP requirement than anybody else. It's stupid how much he levels up. He's leveling up so fast. He levels up, you know, he levels up 3 times from level 48 to 50. Or from 47 to 50. And the amount of time it takes for Fortiel to get 1 level up. That's interesting. I mean, it doesn't hurt, for sure. It doesn't hurt me. That being said, it is, it just means we rely more and more on Brian, which kind of sucks. It centralizes all of our power. I guess that's the problem. This is the plot of that one movie by the Matrix directors, huh? Last time as Heron, I streamed, I got onto the front page of Reddit and was my cat sleeping on my lap. Pretty cute, Heron. It was like a really fun stream. I'm surprised it got a lot of views. So Ass Milk has 300 fucking health now. Interesting, interesting. It's called Bound. It's a good ass. That's a good ass movie right there. That's a good movie. I'm not skinning myself. Take your word for it. This first fight, I don't know, they're all kind of a pain in the ass, but they're not terrible. Do-do-dee-doo. Be-dee-dee-bop-boop. Okay, so Brian, you fight Brian, do you have sleep? He does have sleep. Well, you still have to fight, though. Ass Milk, you cast sleep. Fortiel, you cast Bye Kill. This is the fight to use Bye Kill, and maybe the only fight to use Bye Kill. I'm sure we ingest small amounts of dish soap from eating food that's in our dishes, and the silverware we wash anyways. Yeah, I'm sure potatoes much more porous, and will be able to be more soap with the potato, but if you're not doing it daily, or even weekly, or possibly not even monthly from how you described when you do it. No, I'm talking about, let's say for instance, I'm doing this to 2 potatoes that I'm eating in one sitting, and the next day, doing the same exact thing. Right? That's what I'm saying. If I did that, would that be dangerous? Thankfully, I'm getting taters now that are pre-washed, and so I've been just using water to rinse them off, and then scrubbing my fingers a little bit. And I've had no problems. But for a while, I was getting potatoes that were really, really dirty, and I was using dish soap and a toothbrush to scrub them. I eat bullets. This guy asleep or not? I wasn't even paying attention. I have to watch this fight. So this fight is a more delicate fight in this section. So I presume he's asleep. You fight. Fortiel, in that case, you fight. Ginseng, use your item. Yeah, I'm kind of curious about this. I'm kind of curious myself. I feel like if I chugged a bottle of dish soap, that'd probably be okay. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe I would die. I eat lightning and poop thunder. I eat bones and shit ghosts. Just rinsing it and using the brush would be enough, I would think. Since that's also a good idea for that hint of Fortiel. I mean, I would get the dirt off, right? I don't need soap to get the dirt off. Just use and if I had a little dirt left, who cares? I hear about, you know what, Fortiel? I'm gonna fucking look you guys in the eye. There's no face cam. I'll look you guys in the eye right now. I will never use soap on potatoes again. Why would you use soap on a potato? You just fucking use a brush, right, Fortiel? Use a brush. Use some water and a brush. I'm saying I eat bones and shit ghosts. Rebel uses a brush. Fortiel, I will never use soap on a fucking potato, on a fucking apple. That's dumb. I'm not dumb. That's dumb to do that. Just use water and a brush. What are you trying to rinse off there, man? That needs dish soap. Cooked on grease. Brian, you fight ass milk. For this guy, we have to use bounce. We all use bounce. We did it, chat. We did it. We got there. Thank you, Fortiel. Thank you. For rescuing me from my fucking fate. Of being a goddamn dish soap eater. Eat shit, Barmos. I just made a pot roast as Revolutionary and potatoes today, actually, and couldn't find my brush I use. So I used a Scrub Daddy. What the hell's a Scrub Daddy, Revolutionary? All sounds delicious as fuck. A life hack I use is putting water and sliced potatoes in a small bowl to boil them in the water. Sounds nice. Is boiled potatoes pretty good? Brian, you fight. Ass milk, you fight, and you go ahead and just use your item. Blaze more, eat soap, be streamer, Taco Bell burrito. That is so fucking accurate, Wild John. That's so accurate. Let's do one more fight here, guys, and get the fuck out. We're out of magic. We're out of magic. So, Brian, you fight. As Milk, you use, increase. You use increase. Ginseng, use your rock. It's like those rough sponges that look like a smiley face. Sounds like it'd be just as useful as a toothbrush. I meant to add, I put them in the microwave to boil. Thank you, Heron, for being a fellow microwave scrub like me. I am nothing if not a microwave scrub. Do-do-do-doodly-doo. I boil my potatoes, then crisp them up in the air fryer. They turn out great. You boil them and then crisp them? So, Fortiel and Athmel have been here for long enough, you know, to know me and know that because of the way I grew up, I have no experience at all in the kitchen or eating fresh food. For my whole life, since I was a little baby, all I've ever eaten is fast food and frozen food. Until, you know, the last, you know, year or so. I've been trying to experiment more with trying more, you know, fresh food. A big challenge I face is that, you know, I don't really want to dedicate any time to any kind of prep. So, I don't like to fucking chop, you know, veggies. I don't like to fucking, you know, wash dishes, right? These are things that, you know, my lifestyle I've never really done. It sounds dumb and it's very spoiled, for sure very spoiled. But, I'm trying to, you know, learn more. I've been washing dishes every day, and I've been, you know, chopping up food, and it's been, you know, it's very tasty, it's very affordable. And I've been enjoying it. That being said, I'm always trying to find the right balance. I'm sure everybody's the same way as I am. I'm trying to find the right balance, right, of, like, it being really easy and fast to prepare, but also, you know, being tasty and satisfying. So I've been considering getting an air fryer, but, you know, I would need certain recipes. I need to have things I really want to make with the air fryer that would suit my lifestyle, I guess. They're the precursor to mashed potatoes, okay. So what I do, Heron, is I bake potatoes in the microwave. And by that, I mean I wash it off, then I put a slit in it. I put maybe like 2 or 3 slits inside of it, you know, in the surface of it. Then microwave it for about, you know, 6 minutes, and then turn them over and microwave for another 6 minutes. And they come out really, really great. They're tasty, they're soft, and I feel like I could just mash it. I feel like if I put it in for a little bit longer, I could just mash them up with a fucking fork. If I really wanted to. So it makes me wonder, you know, if you boil it, is that better? I don't know. So Revolution does the same thing here. The baked potatoes tech. I think they are technically baked. That's my theory, Revolutionary. Is that the reason why they come out baked is because although you're using a microwave, I believe that all of the heat energy is being trapped in the skin. That's my theory. My theory about why they come out baked in the microwave is that they get heat up on the inside, and all that moisture, you know, kind of like, you know, makes them like get hot and steamy in there. And then because of the skin, it's like you're baking it in its own skin, even though it's in a microwave. That's just my theory. Jin, as loud as a rock, sing. No cooking, absolutely no washing. I stopped eating fast food for a while now. Who was this? This was Heron? That was Heron. I've been eating fast food again lately, and it's tasty. I love fast food. I fucking love fast food. But it's expensive. It's too expensive. Jinsei really likes cooking. I might as well if I had cooked, you know, earlier in my life. Oh, what's up? Is that my boy Bald Eagle there? That's Daffy Duck TM. Wish I had a dishwasher. I enjoy cooking, but wash dishes every day is the worst. In my case, Fortail, you know what I do? Is I still use paper plates. So I'm throwing out a lot of plates. But I just, you know, I wash my knife every day. And I have a bowl that I've been using and a spoon. I lost my fork. I need to buy a new fork. I had a fork and I lost it. No idea where it ended up. But yeah, all I own in terms of dishes is... I've also been washing these little Tupperware bowls for Tail. I have these Tupperware bowls I've been using to store my diced onion, my diced pepper, and my beans and that sort of thing. Heron says here, I cut up my potatoes before I put them in the microwave, and that just makes them have surface dry and hard. I cut up my potatoes before I put them in the microwave, and that just makes them have surface dry and hard. Is that a good thing or a bad thing, Heron? I considered trying to chop my potatoes before I microwave them, but because I put them in as one big potato, I think that's why it comes out like a big potato, is my theory. It's just good, right? Revolution is good. 8-bit, I have one knife, I have one spoon, I have one bowl, and I had a fork, and I don't even have that anymore. That's all that I own in terms of you know, what do they call that kind of stuff? You know, plates and stuff. Most things I stay away from the microwave for. So I'm thinking about getting an air fryer, Revolutionary. Just felt too wasteful. I try to reuse mine as much as I possibly can for it. I reuse my paper plates over and over and over and over again until they become too grimy to use. Same here, right? I used to use a fork, Revolution, now I use a knife. This is faster. What's up, G Fuel? Come aboard, dog. I don't like the dry, hard surface since the middle is more wet. Well, then why do you chop them up? Why don't you wait till they're done to chop them up? That's what I do. I microwave it as one big potato, then I chop it up with a knife when it's done. Duncan describing his middle's lifestyle somehow reminds me of Stimson J. Cat treasuring his litter box as his first ever material possession. Stimson J. Cat, not the fucking Stimpy. I watched that show a few years ago. That show is so goddamn good, Bald Eagle. Holy shit, what an underrated show. I mean, among animation enthusiasts, it's well celebrated, but my god, it's good. Fortune loves her air fryer. I might fuck with my air fryer. Just wrap a potato in aluminum foil, stick it in the microwave, and set to 99 minutes. What could go wrong? I thought chopping them up would cook them faster. It could be here. I mean, I'm sure they do cook fast, but if you're having, negative effect from them being hard, it might not be worth it. It's kind of a drag waiting for, 10 minutes of the microwave to come out with a baked potato. But, it's tasty as fuck. Very easy. They're so good. Even the sequel was not as bad as I heard. I watched the entire OG series on Bald Eagle and the Spike series. And I totally agree the Spike one is not as good. But it's also not as bad as people say. It's still very, very good. Revolutionary loves cooking. I'm pretty decent with certain things. My wife, though, is like a master chef. She's from the Philippines, and oh my god, she has magic in the kitchen. Interesting. Good idea, Karen. Yeah, definitely, whenever Rajan gives advice, always take it to heart. Because he's a very intelligent man. But also, be critical. Right? It's like anything in life. Jinsix says here, what are your favorite things to make in the air fryer? I'm thinking about getting one, but I don't know what to use it for. Every recipe I read for air fryers sounds like a little more work than I want to do, just by a little tiny bit. Because again, I'm so lazy when it comes to food prep. It's just a little bit too lazy. It's always like, sprinkle this on there. I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. Put some oil on that thing, right? Put some oil on it so that it comes out, like with a good texture. I'm like, I don't want to do that. Yeah, we should just call it a cooking stream, right? We call it cooking tips. Aaron says, great. You guys remind me I gotta load the dishwasher now. Good luck, Aaron. Knock it out, dude. Knock it out fast. The stream is still young. It's gonna be a grinding stream, guys. We're just out here grinding and talking a bunch of shit, and it's been a lot of fun so far. I love hearing your guys' thoughts about every little thing. Outside. Oh. I have to be outside of this room. Veggies are amazing in the air fryer. Green beans, asparagus, baked potatoes, etc. Also, meat is so easy to cook in there. How easy is it to make meat, 4TL? Because I would love to be able to buy, some actual, meat, cold meat, meat for the freezer, and then make it somehow. Without using a fucking oven. Is that true? Ask, look, be able to cook for you? That's a good idea. Look, today I almost got emotional support Taco Bell. I had a really hard day today. Really, really hard. Physically. Mostly physically. Physically hard. I was going to say emotionally, but, not really. Not any more than usual. Just physically hard day. And before the stream started, I was like, you know what? I might just go get some fucking Taco Bell. I have a fridge full of groceries I just bought. I just bought groceries today. But I might fuck around and go get some Taco Bell. And I was like, I'm too broke. I'm too broke for that shit. I made a sandwich and no regrets. The sandwich was so goddamn good. Season the meat, stick it in there. Really? If it's that easy, I can do that. I might fuck around. I mean, can you make can I make tacos that way? That could be fun. Is that true? You had to cut out Taco Bell completely because of budgetary reasons, ass milk? Oh, it makes you sick. Okay, I see. It just makes me sick. Grilled cheese, quesadillas, burritos, etc. are all great in the air fryer. 4TL. 4TL, you make me finally get an air fryer. They're very cheap. They're very affordable. I might spend, I guess the cheapest one's like $60. And I don't think I want to have one that blows up in my house. I don't think I want one that's going to literally explode. But if I fuck around and spend like $80, $90, probably get a pretty good one. Chicken is the answer, huh? I too am lazy AF, and even I can cook chicken. The tech is to mix it with condiments and maybe like soy sauce. Dude, tell me your fucking tech. Guys, if you guys have really easy recipes, for a microwave or an air fryer, then please let me know. And I guarantee you that you will come to me with eagerness and excitement with a profoundly easy recipe, and I'll say, that's too much work. But 1 of every 10 suggestions, well, I'll be like, yeah, I can do that. 8-Bit, tell me your tech for choosing bread, because I've been eating sandwiches lately, and I always get potato bread, always. And lately I have been experimenting with cracked whole wheat bread. It's been really good. I bought some oat bread today, which was more expensive, and I'm not really satisfied with it. It seems very dry. I was really shocked by how dry it is. So I am not a person that knows anything about food. If you guys have tech for choosing bread, let me know what the tech is. Jiffy says here, I always like using the slow cooker. Just throw in whatever sounds good for the day and check back in 5 to 10 hours. How does that work, Jiffy? Again, I'm a total novice. Just tell me how this shit like I'm a baby. Cause I can do that, it sounds like. Sounds like fun. 40 got an air fryer and it's a great one. Huh? Just don't buy a $20 one. Okay, so I might fuck around with 40, 60 bucks then. Local bakery, fresh AF is best. That ain't gonna happen. I barely have time to go out to my grocery store. When I go out, I gotta be able to get everything. I cannot be fucking around and going to a local bakery and supporting local businesses. I got that kind of time or money. But if I did, I'm sure that'd be awesome. Brian used return to a Leahan. Rebels, that's what I did today, huh? In the pot roast and potatoes in the slow cooker. For me, I don't mind waiting. I have no problem waiting. What I don't want to do is any actual physical labor. I don't want to stand. Basically, I'm trying to minimize how much time I'm standing over the food and doing X, right? I just want to basically throw shit into some other shit. Like, throw some shit into a machine and have food come out the other side. If I can do that, then that's really ideal for me. Jimmy John's sells day-old bread for 50 cents. Is that true, Ginseng? I did not know that. I'll look into that. Real bread tech. Again, kind of like I said to my friend 8-Bit, I'm not sure I really want to set time aside to go to Jimmy John's. Bread is pretty cheap as it is. For me, the hardest part is not, spending $2 on a loaf of bread. It is going to the grocery store because I am awake. I usually wake up for the stream, and then I'm awake until 6 in the morning, 6 to 8 in the morning. And by that point, all the places are starting to open up, and I'm too tired to go out. It's a vicious cycle. Okay, here we go. I got some tech in the chat here. So it says here, slow cookers are amazing for roasts. Throw a roast, chopped carrots and potatoes in there. What's a roast? Throw a roast in there? Chopped carrots and potatoes in there. Then come back 8 hours later. Chop the chicken to eatable size pieces. Chop the chicken. Drench it in soy sauce. A smidge of every condiment available. Avoid black pepper. I hate that shit. Step 3. Cook it until it's not raw. Step 4. Eat like a king. So what kind of chicken are you buying? What are you chopping it from? I guess that's my question. Can you just go and buy like a chicken? Is that what you do? Buy like a big chicken corpse? And then chop it up? The key to cooking is to watch the pot till it boils. For slow cookers, you have to watch diligence for hours on end, says Wildgun. It might actually help. TikTok says it's true. Jimmy John's. Well, thank you for the follow-up, 8-Bit. Appreciate that. What's up, Dano? Don't cook it, just choke it, Dano. I choke the chicken. Let's go store this gold in the gold storage. I'm supposed to almost level 35. Ginseng's 25 now, so we're getting there. We're getting there. It's boneless, skinless chicken breast. Oh, thank you, Dev. Again, I'm a total novice. I have never, let me rephrase that. I have once ever in my whole life shopped the meat at the grocery store. Like the deli meat. Like, the meat that's for like the freezer. Once in my life have I done that. I was with my girlfriend at the time, and we made tacos. She and I picked up ground beef, taco shells, veggies and stuff, and made tacos. And it's really cute, 4TL. It's really cute because although she was more competent than I was, she also, you know, never used the kitchen and only ate fast food. So we were cooking the shit and she was very amused by it, and as was I. We used our fucking, you know, our cell phone or whatever to figure out how to make tacos. We had a great taco dinner. You can get any kind of bulk meat you can think of from Costco. Huh? 6 pounds of pork for like $10. And I probably lost longer in the freezer than I'm used to things lasting in the freezer. Maybe. I'm always scared to buy bulk, so I feel like I wouldn't eat shit fast enough before it goes bad. But Dan, it's not New Game Plus now. You can utilize the quick wash setting to clean big thing like pans. It helps clean silverware, huh? Yeah, I wish I had a dishwasher, but I don't. For pot roast and potatoes, just get a chuck roast. 2 cans of cream of mushroom or cream of chicken soup. A pack of dry onion soup mix. Get a bag of baby red or yellow potatoes. And chop 2 to 3 carrots. Throw it in the slow cooker, set it to low for 7 to 8 hours, and then just do its thing until it's done. Okay. Pot roast and potatoes, just a quick, for pot roast and potatoes, just get a chuck roast. 2 cans of cream of mushroom or cream of chicken soup. A pack of dry onion soup mix. Get a bag of baby red or yellow potatoes and chop 2 to 3 carrots. Throw it all in the slow cooker and set it for like 6 to 8 hours. How long? I mean, that seems like a lot of work for how many meals? So another thing is, you know, these things are probably not these. How big is a slow cooker? How big is an air fryer? It's gonna be pretty huge or not? Cheap chicken hack. Whole rotisserie chicken, Costco, $5. Ape it. Sounds like a hell of a hack for a guy like me who's pretty broke. I used to buy salami and pepperoni at the deli until I learned red meats are unhealthy. Yeah, meats can last years in the freezer. Put them in the freezer Ziplocs. Interesting, 4TL. I did not know that. I do make mine a little fancier than that nowadays, but that's the simple way to do it, and I guarantee it'll be good. So my thing, I've got basically, you know, one issue. I'm trying to avoid cans, revolutionary. You wanna know why I'm trying to avoid cans, guys? Because I hate washing cans. I always wash cans before I put them in my recycling. It's kind of a pain. Maybe I'm doing too much. I don't know. So my friend Bullix, I'm gonna tell you right now, to me the dudes that prepare wraps are fucking archmages. I cannot for the life of me wrap stuff that neatly and always make a fucking mess. Which is a shame because I love wraps. In my case, Bald Eagle, I've been making burritos. And I have a high degree of success with wrapping burritos, but I wish I could do it even better. I think that the tech to making it better is to just not make them as huge. Or to get a bigger tortilla if I'm making them as huge, right? Basically, I overfill the tortillas. But I'm pretty proud overall of how tight my burritos come out. You know, they're very, you know, they're very professional. That being said, yeah, I still wish I could do a better job of wrapping them. Cans, rinse them. Maybe I'm just paranoid a bit. Maybe I just, you know, I feel like when I rinse the cans and look inside, they're just too grimy still. So I usually will, you know, use some dish soap and a toothbrush to clean them out. Remember the spotlight rule for meat. Red is unhealthy, yellow slow down, green meat healthy, yeah. I want to leave some gold here. Dee 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 dee. Back to the grind. Spell, Brian, return to Rimmildar. I'm learning a lot in this stream. I've been thinking about getting an air fryer. As I've been fucking around more with, you know, trying to eat more fresh food, air fryer seems like it might be a move. But I don't know. I really don't know. It just seems like, you know, it's one of those things. Part of it, I'm sure, is just the inertia of trying a new thing, going out of your comfort zone. The other part of it is, as it stands right now, I still find myself as lazy, as simple as my food prep has been lately. There are still times where I'm like, fuck, this seems like a lot of work. I was telling 4TL that, you know, today I chopped veggies, but for the first time ever, I chopped them for sandwiches exclusively, not for burritos. And it was way easier, because I usually chop it more fine for burritos. You know, chopping the green pepper and the onion. I really did not barely, you know, chop it. I chopped it like to, like, you know, 1/3 the density. Or, you know, I guess I'd say 1/3 the fineness, 3 times the coarseness. And, boy, it was really fast and easy. I really liked that. I love burritos, but it makes me not want to make burritos ever again. It was so easy to just chop them for sandwiches. The main thing is that if you don't have an oven, then air fryer can do mostly anything you could do with an oven, which is nice. I don't have an oven here, right? You could do a cooking stream where we tell you what you should do. That'd be really fun. I would love to do that for you. The production values are not really, I really don't have the resources for that. I would need a space to cook. You know what I'm saying? I've wanted that for years. If I had my own place, I would definitely stream all of my cooking. I think it'd be a very successful stream. People would love that, I think. But my house as it is right now, I don't really have space for that. Air fryers is marketing for convection. I've heard that, 8-bit. I've heard that. I've heard they're basically almost the same thing. I've wondered if it'd make more sense to buy a convection oven. Which, based on... I've never seen an air fryer in person. But based on images, I feel like a convection oven might be larger. Which might suit me. Cooking with Venka. Would be fun, Ginseng. It would be a lot of fun. I would love to do that. I've wanted for years to do that, but again, I've got no space for it. I got no space. My area where my microwave is, where I have an air fryer or wherever, it's just, it's a really crappy little, poorly lit spot. Alright, so let me see here. Okay, if I had my own apartment, then for sure. I would love to do that. If I had my own place, guys, it'd be set up with cameras everywhere. I would stream my whole life. I think that really would suit me. That being said, yeah, I think it's going to happen anytime soon. Let's use Step Guard. Do 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 do. Okay, this is Step Guard. Dare I say Step Guard? Should have been a show with Venka. This is my whole life on stream. Dude, so I have to learn some of these fights as well. If we grinding it out. It reminds me of the horror story that is Andy Dick's current life. Huh? That's what's going on with Andy Dick. Troll King. If you fight, you fight, you fight, you use your rock. Let's go 4TL. Nice crit. Dee 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 la doo la doo dee 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 la dee la doo. I've had such a fun time chatting with you guys. I got concerns I'm not gonna beat this game tonight. I've been so much, I've been putting the controller down and just ranting for like the entire stream, and I kind of wonder if I'm gonna be able to grind to my satisfaction before the final boss. All we have left is one fight in this game, and I don't think it's gonna be that hard, but I think it's gonna be hard enough that I'd like to be, Because here's my thing, right? If I turn 4TL into a soldier, I might not be able to beat the game tonight. Maybe. Maybe I could. Would you ever try cheesy pancakes? Yes, I would definitely try them. I love pancakes, I love cheese. What could go wrong? Voodoo Warlock. Kill him. He should die in one hit, I think. You fight the dragon, you fight the dragon, you use your rock. Oh, he's still alive. How can this be? You could leave me a sage just so you don't have to level me 40 times, 4TL. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. So, the reason I'm grinding is that this final boss, he hits pretty hard. And I would really love to have high health. So that we can... Oh, that's bad. So that we can get more mileage out of the heal all. If you turn 4TL into a dragon before putting her in an air fryer, is it still cannibalism? Well, John, you always ask the tough questions. That's what makes you a true philosopher. Okay. Use this rock. I feel like having more defense. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking this whole scenario. Because really, even if we had... So one of the main advantages of being a soldier is you can do more damage to a single opponent, right? But the thing is, in this next fight against the final boss, no one will be attacking but Brian, right? There's no way I could have him be able to attack but Brian. So really, the only advantage of being a soldier is having more health. Right? Basically. Don't really have much more defense. He's been casting magic anyway. Maybe we should try to fight the boss and kill him right now. Should we fight the boss here and just see what happens? I mean, Brian's pretty godlike. Tank life! So the final boss, one of his main gimmicks, 8-Bit, is that he debuffs you. Or rather, let me rephrase that. He removes your buffs. You'll buff yourself, he removes your buffs. So I have to really consider, I have to be considerate of like how valuable are these buffs really? How important is it that I buff? I don't know. Makes me wonder. Maybe I don't need to buff. If I'm not buffing, I can attack more, which makes soldiers better. I do believe Wild John is mad smart, hence I posed the following question to him. Sailor Jupiter or Sailor Mars? Oh, shit. Those are definitely the two best. Those are the two top tiers. The tier list, for me personally, is... Alright, hang on though, hang on. Here's the thing. At their absolute best, Jupiter and Mars are definitely the two top tiers. But the series does not take a lot of interest in them overall. And so really, my favorite might be Sailor Venus. Because the series takes a great interest in her, and she has the best episodes. But I don't know, it's tough. They're all great. They're all really great. It's a great show. With Persona, we wouldn't be debating the importance of buffs, huh? Are they really good in that game? Mars clears. They're all really great. It's a good show. Guys, go watch Sailor Moon. It's a good show. I watched it in its entirety, all 300 episodes, last year. And it was fantastic. It was a really fun time. Oh shit, I didn't mean to, I should have healed there. Grinding out here might be faster. Might even be easier. Because I think I really don't need to do it. Is there any fight that's going to actually force me to do anything interesting? I can probably just attack, physically attack normally, and then just use, you know, Ginseng's heal. You can say Uranus because she's in a tier all of her own, huh? She's like the Gil of Sailor Moon. I remember which one was fucking Uranus. Is she the short-haired one? Yes, right? Because Neptune's the long-haired one. Uranus is bottom tier. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Neptune is good, though. Teenage me had a crush on all of them, but the strongest crush was on, Saturn? Saturn is the black-haired one. She's literally a baby. That's fine. No, she isn't, says Aspinall. No, you were wrong. She's the best. Dude, Uranus was very stylish. Her whole gimmick, she has two character traits. So in Sailor Moon, you know, characters tend to have like a couple traits that they kind of are mostly focused on. Uranus's thing is that she is judgmental, super judgy, and she's stylish. She's stylish and she's judgy. I like when she's stylish, but she's so fucking annoying when she's judgy. And the series, you know, portrays it as being a pretty serious character flaw, where a lot of the conflicts in the show come from Uranus just being a dumbass. She's gotta be one of the more obnoxious Sailor Scouts for sure. Maybe the most obnoxious. In fact, almost certainly the most obnoxious. Neptune's second most obnoxious. But I love that they're a couple because they're basically the two most obnoxious characters because they're so judgy and so pig-headed. But they're like a power couple that way because it's both of them. They're both toxic together, and they cause everybody else problems all the time. So many of those fucking conflicts in the show could have been avoided if Uranus and Neptune were not such assholes. Saturn has short black hair. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's super short, but yeah, shorter than Ray's hair. Okay, so you fight the Archmage, you fight the Archmage, you fight the Archmage, and you use your rock. Okay. Saturn was my biggest teenage crush as Daffy Duck, aka Bald Eagle. Venka, she's butch. Session over. You lose. She is definitely butch. And again, she's very cute. That's really her only redeeming quality, is that she is the stylish one. Everyone's always like, wow, you're so stylish. All the girls love her, all the boys love her. But anytime she actually, you know, says or does anything, it's usually pretty annoying. Ale and Anne in Season 2 are great villains. Oh, dude, they're so good. 8-bit. Dude, I found out that, of course, that shit is not canon. That is the one arc in Sailor Moon that is completely uncanon. Every other arc in Sailor Moon is mostly uncanon because it departs so drastically from the manga, but at least it tries to resemble the manga. But Season 2's first arc was created only for the show. And it's one of the fucking best arcs! It's so fucking good, 8-bit. That arc was, like, the best. I don't give a fuck if it was in the manga or not. That shit went hard. Those two were so fucking funny. Look at lesbians, I can't believe it. Now you're just hating lesbians. Dee, 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 dee. There you go. I just watched Dragon Ball Z on Toonami. I barely remember Sailor Moon, just Solid Heron. Yeah, I pirated the whole thing and watched it recently, and man, it was great. It really lived up to his legend. Such a good show. Venka hates us? He fucking hates us! If not, why would he be fucking shitting on Sailor Uranus and Neptune? You fight the Swordoid, you fight this Swordoid, you fight this one, and you use a heal. He's a fucking fraud! Beelila, beelila. Internet hate machine. Heal us, Ginseng, heal us! Yeah, same here, Heron. I really appreciate that the series, and you know, the Japanese series, maintains the same intro for the entire run, for the final season. That was really fun. Do do doodly do. Speaking of lesbians in Magical Girl anime, I recently created my list of top 10 anime personally and put it on my AnyDB, and I was kind of surprised by how high Utena ranks, and I kind of think I should rank it even higher. Like, Utena is a series I cannot stop thinking about. I rated it relatively low, I think, at first, because when you're actually watching it, the filler is kind of an issue. But the thing is like, the aftertaste is so fucking good. I wonder he wouldn't watch Doctor Who with us. I want to watch OG Doctor Who so bad. Maybe it's almost time. I'm finishing up this show called Midnight Mass. I think I want to wait for the fucking Blu-rays, though. I want for the Blu-rays to watch the series chronologically, but it's gonna take fucking like a year, 4TL said. I can't get past the filler. I'm hard stuck. My ADHD just cannot do it. Brian, you fight this Balrog. You fight him, and then you use your rock. Personal all-time favorites, Fooly Cooly OVA rules. Fooly Cooly is currently my 3rd favorite anime, I think, on my list. It was my favorite anime, singularly 8-bit, for most of my life. Most of my life, FLCL was number 1. Recently, it was overtaken by Madoka Magica as my number 1. And then I rewatched Fooly Cooly recently, and I realized that now that I'm older, I think that the themes just don't resonate the same way they did when I was a kid, because of, you know, the struggles you're going through as a teenager. I think Fooly Cooly really is like, you know, what it really addresses. It's a coming of age story, right? I loved it, you know, I loved watching it again. I've seen it like 30 times. That being said, it didn't really smack the same way now that I'm, you know, approaching 40. And so I've decided to put Monogatari above it. So right now my top 3 are Madoka Magica, Monogatari, and FLCL. I fucking love old Doctor Who. Fuck! Fucking love that shit. I want to watch it so bad. But it's a big commitment. It's a lot of episodes, and I'm really hoping that, you know, when the Blu-rays come out, they'll have the... And I'm really waiting for the animatics and shit to come out. If you ask me on Discord, I can get you all the recommendations for the best quality versions of what is available. Thank you, 4TL. I'm pretty confident I can probably find them. It's just that I kind of feel like it's an awkward time to watch it now, because the Blu-rays are coming out. I didn't like the Adult Swim run of Fooly Cooly because I could never get the full series. Yeah, you had to make sure you watched it, right? You had to make sure you watched it, and if you miss an episode, you're kind of fucked. Right now, my... Oh, shit! Right now, my, my backlog is pretty clear. Yeah, it might be almost time to get back into Doctor Who. I haven't seen the new season yet either, though. Ooh. Alright, let's see here. Sage's Stone. I watched TV with a friend of mine, and right now we're considering watching Breaking Bad. You guys ever watch a show called Breaking Bad? It's like a little indie show. I guess some people have enjoyed it in the past. It's a little indie show. You guys might have heard of it. Breaking Bad. Let's see here. The animations are honestly great too. Out of 50+ animated episodes, there's only one that is not up to par. When they released a Blu-ray for that season, they'll probably update that one too. So these animatics, they're not new. They're not new for the Blu-ray. Screen shook when you said, "Oh shit!" Yeah, because it was like a critical hit. Harry watched it like 5 times. No spoilers here. No spoilers. I've never seen it. My friend never saw it. We've been watching a ton of anime. We're trying to get off of watching just anime. We've watched so much anime. So I'm thinking about trying to watch more like live action. And so we're watching this Midnight Mass because we liked Haunting of Bly Manor and Haunting of Hill House. And Midnight Mass has been really great. After that, I'm not sure what we're going to do. Ginseng, you fight. No, use your item. Milila. It's good to 8-bit, huh? Sopranos has better pacing and production. Ah, interesting. I think we kind of a hard sell for the Sopranos. So we recently watched Godfather 1 and 2, and also Goodfellas. We've been watching a lot of mafia media. They've been releasing them for like 15 years. Out of 97 missing episodes, they've animated about 50. 4 more episodes are coming out in about a month. Okay. Well, that's kind of troubling me, 4TL. That makes it kind of sound like when the Blu-rays come out, they might not even have all the animatics. Rebel loves that movie on Goodfellas. I like it as well. I don't like it as much as I like Godfather. But I do like Goodfellas a lot. Fuck this fucking Archmage, man. Fucking piece of shit. Fucking piece of shit! Oops, I should have had somebody use a heal there. God, I fucking hate you, dude. And there goes Ginseng. Fortiel, use Revive. Oh, they're so freaky. They're fucking freaks for sure. It's true, Season 2 is out and missing 2 episodes from one serial. No idea if they'll ever get around to animating those. Damn. Well, it's frustrating. There is audio and still images, but it's not the same. At least it tells the story. There's something there. I'm saying there's something there. Brian Assmilk, you fight, use your heal. Beedly-lop, beedly-lop, beedly-lip, beedly-lip. Maybe I should do this as my last grinding focused run, right? Just do one more run of grinding. Although, if I did that, Fortiel would reach level 42, and when she'd become a soldier, would be level 1. We would basically need at least 2 more grinding cycles to get Fortiel up to snuff as a soldier. Better than nothing, right? Better than nothing. Are there some episodes that are still totally gone with nothing? Or are there none that are left like that? Brian Assmilk. Fortiel. Sage Stone. I would have no problem reaching the final boss with all my resources, honestly. We haven't spent barely any magic this entire run so far. I don't think that we would really have to spend any magic. I could probably beat the boss right now. Maybe I should try. If I don't try, I'm never going to learn. You know, I have to try to learn the tech, right? Learn the strategies. There's audio, at least, for every episode. There are certain episodes that have no images left, though. So you just have audio. Interesting. Okay, let's go to Assmilk, use the final key. This game is so fucking good, I'm ready for it to end. I'm so ready for it to end. Not because it's not a fantastic game, but because I've been playing it for a billion gazillion hours. There's not much left to do, you know what I'm saying? There's no more intrigue. This game, you know, the real appeal of it for me is the intrigue aspect of, you know, exploring the world, finding all the hints, getting the key items to unlock new areas. All I have left to do now is beat the boss. We gotta fucking knock it out. Ready for the rematch of this 8-bit? I don't think so. Might be Elden Ring next, Ginseng? I'm not totally sure. I'm not really quite convinced what I'm going to play next. I'm really leaning strongly toward Elden Ring. That's why the animations are so effective. You still can match the picture into the audio and even improve on some aspects of the visuals. So Fortiel, is it all? Does every episode have audio? At least. In this fight, buy kill is important. Thank you, Fortiel. Everyone that has audio at least. I was not aware of that. Alright, so you fight the Hydra. Assmilk. You cast buy kill? No. You just fight. Fortiel, you cast sleep. And Ginseng, use your item. Buy kill, like, doubles your attack power, which basically means that Brian's attacking for Assmilk. But if we have Assmilk attacking anyway, what's the point? Now they can all attack, and maybe save some magic here. Talk about Doctor Who, Revolutionary. Doctor Who. And all the missing episodes due to the, you know, them not being preserved. Every episode has, at the very least, fan animations or fan picture reconstructions. That's how I watch the missing episodes. How many are missing, 4TL, still? That have no animatics. That are, let me rephrase that. How many episodes are missing that don't have official BBC, sanctioned animatics? Okay. So this guy, we have to use bounce. And we kind of have to use bounce here. Baramos. Let the rhythm take you over, Baramos. But now, that's all the metric we're gonna need to use before we fight the boss. Oh, Brian got a crit, let's fucking go. Okay, Jesus Christ. Bing. Bing. Okay, now you fight, and you use your rock. I am a rock. I am an island. Goddamn, Baramos, get fucked up, dude. Seriously. Get fucking destroyed. Okay, so let's go ahead and have Brian heal us up. Excuse me. Okay, we're good to go. Let's try the final boss. He'll be after this fight here. After the next animation releases in March, there will be 43 episodes that do not have official release. Thank you, 4TL. It says they're releasing how many? Let me check your message here. Okay, alright. Okay. 4 more episodes are coming out in about a month. Okay. Brian, you fight. Do I want to use defense raising abilities here? Or just fuck them up? Let's do an experiment where I just try to fuck them up. Don't even bother raising our defense. Doodly doo. Big attack. It only attacks once though. It's a one big attack. It doesn't really hurt that bad. Dee 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 dee. Okay. Big boy damage. But yeah, I think that you don't really want to waste MP on buffing here. He's dead. I think the missing episode stuff is actually super interesting. I just wish that they weren't all missing from my 2 favorite doctors. Oh, no. But you like the fucking OG shit, 4TL? You like the OG shit. What can you say? Heal all? Okay, how are we looking for health now? Who needs heals? Nobody really. Alright, final boss time. What are his moves again? He has a physical attack. He has Explodette. He has Fire Breath. And he has those 3 things, right? And he can debuff us. So my thing is, with the debuffing thing, maybe I shouldn't bother buffing that much. Except for giving Brian and Ass Milk both buy kill. Giving us all buy kill. Well, someone has to cast buy kill as a thing. So Brian's gonna always attack every turn. Ass Milk could cast buy kill on Brian. 4TL could cast buy kill on Ass Milk. Kinda like that idea. It really sucks, right, Ken? It really sucks. Rebel says, who are your 2 favorite doctors? Asking 4TL. My 2 favorite, fucking free, are, David Tennant and Jodie, what's her name? Jodie Whittaker. It's not close. Those 2 are the 2 top tiers. But I only watched the new Who. I haven't seen any of the classic Who. I like the first and second best, the doctors from the Black and White era.